Hey, welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan and happy World Vegan Day. Wherever you may be in the world, even if it's already the next day for you, if you're in Asia, past the international date line. Also, let me know if you can see and hear me everything. Well, I thought I tested everything out before I came on troubleshooted, but you never know until you're actually live. So let me know if everything's cool for you. Yeah, I'm coming on a different day and time. Not every day's World Vegan Day, but yeah, usually I come on Fridays about 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to come on at a different day, different time, and see if that might be cool for different people. All right, so I think I got my audio levels. Yeah, let me know if everything's cool. Yeah, so throughout the live stream, it'd be great to ask. I think I'm gonna just call out some of you guys in the comments. It's just like I'm gonna do it one at a time, so everyone doesn't shout out at the same time. Cool, thanks, Elaine. Let me know everything is cool. First, let me know that audio and video wise, cool. But yeah, what I hope to do over the live stream today is at random, I'm going to just ask someone in the live comments here in the chat to say, I'm going to say, hey, so-and-so, your name, I'll say your username and let me know if you're vegan. And if so, how long and what made you go vegan? And if you're not vegan, feel no shame. You could tell us why you're maybe vegan curious, learning about things, what's attracting you to veganism. So that's my plan today. Make this stream a little special and personal for everyone. You know, if you want to. If you don't want to answer my question, you're very free and welcome to not. I won't get offended or anything like that. I just think most people will be inclined to. But yeah, feel no pressure. If I ask you and you don't want to answer, it's totally on you. So feel no pressure is what I'm saying. I'm cool in other ways too, Elaine. Thanks so much. So yeah, World Vegan Day. And I don't think I've ever done a live stream on World Vegan Day specifically for World Vegan Day, but I think it's a day to celebrate and acknowledge, hey, we have a World Vegan Day. Veganism is here. I mean, it's arrived. We have a day, a World Vegan Day. So I think that's pretty awesome, and it's worth celebrating. And hopefully people won't come here and try to, poo-poo on a happy event. And troll and stuff like that. Hey, Mrs. Bravo, how are you doing? Happy World Vegan Day. I hope you and Johnny are fine. I thought Johnny popped on last Friday. Yeah, if I remember, just 2 days ago. He said he probably won't be able to be on too many of the live streams, like watch them. And I totally understand. I just hope everything is going well with you guys. And like I told Johnny, and even though I've never met you in person, I've chatted with Johnny a few times on video and audio, and I consider you guys friends, and I hope you guys are doing well. In fact, I want to extend that to all you regulars here that have been a part of my our weekly live. It's not mine, this is ours. I just hit the play and start button, but it's ours. We're all here to participate. I was gonna say though, I consider all you guys friends. I see you guys regularly, even though I don't see you in flesh, in person, and I see you guys in the comments. I hear and see your thoughts. I see you guys more often than most of my family and friends, all of them. So you guys are my social circle as well, if you consider me part of yours. So cool. I'm glad everything's looking and sounding good for everyone there. Izzy, thanks for letting me know. Hey, Tin Man, thank you, Ryan, for the stream on this on our best day. It is awesome. Thanks. I'll start with you, Heartedly Tin Man Adonis, if you don't mind answering my question. I'm going to just randomly ask people. Again, if you don't want to answer, totally cool, but assume you're vegan, you've been watching our show for so long, and let us know if you want to share how long. But I really want to know why, what drew you to veganism. Is there a certain thing that happened to you, something you saw, something you experienced? Just curious. I just want to have people share with others and with me, if you care to. If you feel free to not share it if you want to remain private, but I would love to hear if you want to share, Tin Man, what made you go vegan and how long you've been vegan for. So I'll be searching for your response here. Like I said, I'm just going to randomly ask people throughout the live stream about their vegan experience, what made them go vegan. Just curious. And there's I want to let people know, don't be embarrassed. There's no wrong reason to go vegan. There's no bad reasons for going vegan. Some people have really awesome, exciting stories that I'm jealous of. Mine's kind of boring. I think it's not all that romantic or exciting, but still, it made me vegan. That's what I'm saying. Who cares if your reason is exciting or not or boring? as long as you've gone vegan, I'm sure you're very happy about that decision. I meet very few people, whoa, I shouldn't have gone vegan, unless you did something really bizarre. Hey, Inch Herbivore is here, Paul. Hey, I got your message on Instagram. I've just been busy all weekend. We saw 2 music live streams over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, Halloween. But yeah, Paul, thanks for writing. Yes, I would love to work on something with you. Somehow we can collaborate in some way, shape, or form, be it a guesting on each other's live streams or a video project. I think that would be a wonderful thing to do. So yes, Hinzer before. I'm glad you popped on so I could just tell you right here in person. That would be a great idea. Let's see. Even though I didn't ask Vegan Metalhead yet, if you want to volunteer why you went vegan here on Vegan World Day, that's what we're talking about here. Let's see. You got into veganism through heavy metal and got into it heavier and heavier bands, and they were talking about veganism, so I decided to try to love it. That's awesome. That kind of parallels Angie's story, how back in the 80s, listening to some kind of hardcore punk band. I forgot their name. But yeah, their message in their single, their 45, which I think Angie still has down here somewhere, had all this information on how to go vegan and why it's so important, for animals not being killed and for the environment. And remember, there wasn't an internet in the 1980s. Information got spread by paper or people speaking. That was it, So that's where she first heard about, hey, she already knew eating animals was wrong. She asked her mom when she was a kid, why do we have to eat these dead animals for? It just seems so gross and I don't want to do it. And her mom said, you have to, please, Angie, you got to eat this stuff or you're going to get sick and die. And Angie said, I don't want to do it. And her mom, had a fit, a panic that her daughter Angie was going to pass away from not getting animal products. And here we are now in our 50s, thriving and doing well. Paul, not Paul Inch Herbivore, but it's a guy named Paul asked, am I wearing makeup? Curious. I have AirPods on. They might look like earrings or something like that. Curious why you asked that question if you think I'm wearing makeup. I'm just kind of curious, like what makeup do you think I might be wearing? I'll answer your question. I'll answer it honestly. I just want to understand what makes you think that. Then I'll answer your question. So yeah, I'll answer your question if you answer mine. It's all good. I'm just genuinely curious. Let's see. I didn't see Heartily Tin Man respond yet. Again, you don't have to, Tin Man, but if you'd like to, you're more than free to respond. Okay, so Mike Oxtrippin volunteered. 4 years vegan, Mike, and awesome. Yeah, you're not dead yet. You're kicking butt, it sounds like, right? Saw clips from Earthlings. Yep, a lot of people have said they've seen something from Earthlings or some, scenes from from clips that have been taken inside slaughterhouses or the like, where you see the true reality of what happens behind the closed doors of the public. It's literally in most countries, especially here in the United States, illegal to take this footage from slaughterhouses, to record footage and share it with the world. Why? This is just what happens there. Why is it illegal to show something that goes on that's not illegal? It's not like you're filming like a murder of a man or a pornography ring. I'm saying? Drugs being manufactured illegal or whatever. You're just showing what happens in a legal everyday business that makes certain individuals lots of money. Why is it illegal to show the reality of what happens in this particular business? So I'm glad that these films exist. I personally can't watch them because I already know what happens there. So it's not going to really make an effect on me. I just don't want to see any more of that footage, but I'm glad it exists. It needs to exist. People need to know the true realities of the horrors of animal agriculture. People need to understand where their non-plant-based food choices really come from. Yeah, Dominion's another one, Marina. Yeah. Hey, Marina. Yeah, it has been a while. I don't remember you being here for quite a while. Oh, I didn't see it. There's a delay in my audio and you're hearing double. Let me see if I can figure that out. 1 second, guys. Hey, Marina. Yeah, it has been a while. I don't remember you being here for quite a while. Huh. Oh, I didn't see it. There's a delay in my audio. That I am not sure. Unfortunately, I can't hear what you're hearing. I'm just going to turn the speaker up for 1 second to see if I can hear what's going on. 1 second, guys. You might hear an echo for a second. I apologize if there is. 1 second to see if I can hear what's going on. Okay, I just heard myself in the speaker for a sec. Let me know if anyone else is hearing the echo, because I didn't hear it. Let me know if anyone else is here. It just sounded fine for me right there. Because everything looks fine in my meters here. And unfortunately, I said what's coming through my headphones right now is not what you're hearing. I'm hearing a different mix right now. And unfortunately, I don't think I can quickly create your guys' mix. Hey, Jen from Brighton, UK. That was one of my reasons for coming on a little earlier today. Because when I normally come on in the United Kingdom, I mean, when I usually start my live streams at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it's, I think, 2 in the morning in the United Kingdom. So what is it now? About like 3? There's a 30-second delay in my audio? Really? Let me check this out. There's a 30-second delay in my audio? Really? Let me check this out. There's a 30-second... Oh. Let me check this out. Oh, I think I might have an idea why. I think I have several computers that I'm using here to make the live stream. I think maybe tell me if it's better now. Just I hit a mute button. Let's see. Let me check out one more thing here too. Let me check out a microphone setting I have here. Tell me if it's better now. Just I hit a mute button. We'll see. Let me know if it's let me know if everything's cool. So the audio's fine for you, Elaine. Yeah, let me know if the echo and delay are solved. I hit mute on these speakers here. Hopefully we are good now. Let me know and I will proceed with the live stream. It's hard to... We'll see. Let me know if it's... let me know if everything... There's voices in the background. Freaky. Let's see if I can figure something out here. Let me look at one thing. I have a possible idea what could be happening. Nope. Okay, everything looks cool here. We are good now. Let me know and I will proceed with the live stream. It's hard to... Voices in the background. Okay, well, let me know what's going on, and it's still happening. Huh. I have a possible idea what could be happening. Huh. Okay, everything looks cool here. Okay, I really don't know what's happening this time. But hopefully, Herb thinks it's got solved. We're just gonna roll with it. If hopefully you guys can bear with me on this and I'll listen. I'll watch the playback of this live stream later and try to figure out what went wrong this time. Okay, I really don't know what's happening this time. But hopefully Herb thinks it's got... Okay, it's not too distracting. Okay. I'm just curious, the echo, is it my voice or is it like something else playing? Like I'm trying to see if I have a video somewhere on playing on something. I don't see any other audio, huh? Let me check one last thing. I have one last thing I can look at here. Okay, it's not too distracting. Okay. I'm just curious, the echo, is it... Let's see, testing 1, 2. I'm trying to see if I have a video somewhere on playing on something. Testing. I have some idea what this could be here. Let me check one last thing. I just pulled something down in a virtual software mixer here. So let me know if that fixed it, and if not, we're just going to move on and hopefully it's cool. Is sound on for donations? You want to send a donation in your second language you're working on? Yeah, let me actually test it here. Here's my little... I'm gonna test the audio for speech to text. Let's see if it works here. This ain't a real donation. Ooh. I feel like an amateur today. You know, I have like I live stream all the time, and I feel like a total amateur today. Okay, you know what? I can't say for sure if text-to-speech is working right now. It looks like... It's funny, I had some issues with it earlier, and it was working for me today. I don't know what's going on, guys. It fixed it? Okay. I'm gonna have to go back to that setting then. Okay. All right. So I guess the upshot is I fixed the echo, but we don't have text to speech. So maybe I will remove that pin up here, unpin the message. And anyway, I will okay, anyway, let me put the link back to Streamlabs without it saying that there's going to be text to speech. And there we go. Anyway, let's roll. Let's get back to the live stream, guys. Sorry about technical issues. I always spend, you guys don't know, before I come on the live stream, I spend about at least 10, sometimes 15, 20 minutes, you know, getting everything set up, checking my audio. But sometimes weird crap happens still. So anyway, sorry about that. Ooh, I think that link's gonna be wrong. Let me unpin that message. Let me try one more time. So wait, I'm gonna pick someone at random here and ask you why you went vegan. That's what we're gonna do here on World Vegan Day. I'm gonna ask you guys why you went vegan. If you want to, if you don't want to share, that's totally fine. If you want to remain totally private, I get that. I'm not, you know, trying to make you do something you don't want to do. But let me ask. Let's see who's been on for a while. And if you're not vegan, don't be ashamed. Let us know why you're interested in vegan, why you're watching vegan content, and maybe anything we can help you with. I saw our friend Graven Babies pop up. Graven Babies, if you want to share with us, how long you been vegan and what made you go vegan? Just curious. And again, just don't feel it has to be like some kind of sexy, cool thing. You know, just let us know what made you want to go. What made you go vegan? Graven Babies. I'll try to look for your comment there in the you know, live chat here. All right, so hey, oh no, Antonio, how's it going? Let's see, Graven Babies, you went vegan because you got tired of feeling guilty when you saw cows. Great reason, realizing that those cows there are living, breathing, flesh and blood and bone creatures that have every right to live, and humans that breathe them into existence just solely that they can like murder them and sell their flesh for money. That seems morally wrong, right? I mean, it's exploiting animals. So I'm glad that, you know, you didn't even need a movie or something like that. You just saw that and realized that's how I feel too when I see cows out in the field. Before I went vegan, that's how I used to feel too. Like, these guys are beautiful creatures. Why are we eating them for? Neo Titus, what do we do on World Vegan Day? We can do whatever we want. We can make of it as we want. I think its purpose is to raise awareness globally by, you know, all these, you know, vegans on social media and the major media making posts about how it's World Vegan Day and raising awareness to non-vegans and vegan curious people that, you know, let's go vegan. Let's stop exploiting animals. Let's stop destroying our planet. And let's have other people who aren't vegan consider making some minor lifestyle changes. Going vegan isn't that weird. It's not like landing on the moon or Mars or anything like that. And making a better world for all living beings, you know, animals, humans, everyone. Jen, you went vegan because your husband had a heart attack. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's a major thing. I mean, that's kind of one reason why I went vegan too, sort of. I mean, I always had a desire to be able to live without harming animals. And what really upped my game too, I think, was seeing how my dad's health crumbled basically after he retired around like 1999 or so. Had a heart attack, and that the last 10 years of his life were pretty miserable. And you know, it's brought upon by primarily like dietary choices. You know, just eating not great food, not eating enough plants for so many years. So, hope your husband's okay, or it was okay. When he had a heart attack, let us know, Jen. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you are vegan now. Let's see, Peter Rabbit, you went vegan and stopped eating processed food for a selfish reason. Fine. I said there's no bad reason for going vegan. I mean, I can't think of it. Maybe there is, but it's really hard to imagine. Because you didn't want to die. Then you developed a strong moral sense of responsibility to stay vegan. I say that's awesome. Because some people come to veganism for health reasons, and that's totally fine. You don't always have to be selfless thinking of the animals when you come to vegan. You can come for one of the reasons. You can come because you're an environmentalist and you found out about all the horrible impacts that animal agriculture is having on our planet, like number one source of greenhouse gas emissions, Amazon rainforest destruction, species extinction, so on and so forth. All that's number one causes animal agriculture. Anyway, my point is come for one reason and stay a while, obviously, and then you're going to hear about the other things that you weren't aware about when you came to veganism. So you don't have to come as an ethical vegan. Just come because you heard eating a vegan diet has all these great benefits. Then you learn about or eventually realize, hey, animals don't need to die. I'm totally behind that. And yeah. I'm saying, yeah, there's, many ways or reasons why people come to veganism. Pink Deluxe, hey, what did I eat today? I have had not much, actually. I went to the gym and I came back and had a pretty big smoothie, about 8 or 9 bananas. It filled up the blender pretty well. And I've had since then a few peanuts. Oh, and my smoothie obviously has, I threw in some berries, some Clean Machine green protein, some flax seeds, ground flax seeds. So it's more than just a fruit smoothie. There's a lot of other things in there too. Lots of nutrients, micronutrients and all. And so yeah, that's it so far. And when I'm done with this, I'm probably going to go rush out and make some kind of lunch, or if I'm starving, buy some kind of lunch somewhere. But thanks for asking there, Pink Deluxe. Cool name. Let's see, 6-string Slaya Guitar Man. Cool name there. Went vegan 4.5 years ago for health reasons, then became an ethical vegan. Yeah, exactly what I was just describing there. Come for one reason that doesn't necessarily have to be ethical veganism. Come for a dietary change that's vegan, and then the longer you stay, you learn more. Yeah, why are humans exploiting animals needlessly for food and clothing or any other purpose? See, Mrs. Bravo, you love to get smoothies with chocolate, dates, wild blueberries, and bananas. Yeah, I used to put cacao in my smoothies a long time ago. I don't anymore. I mean, this is a long time ago, like 7-8 years ago. I just tried it for a little bit. I used to put dates in them, but yeah, dates or bananas. Dates, as you might know, really compact, calorically, sugar, so for me, it's just too sweet. But yeah, other people go for it. Just my personal taste. Yeah, bananas provide a great amount of calories, sweetness that, just works well for me. Okay, Jen, so your husband, after having that heart attack, which caused you to go vegan, your husband never had another heart incident. I assume your husband and you both went vegan after that, Jen? Not just you, but your husband too. Let me know if that's the case, if my assumption's correct there. And if so, that's great news. Like I said, not that he had a heart attack, but yeah, you guys both changed your lifestyles. Because I see so many stories of people that have heart events, cardiac events, and they don't change. They don't even try like the American heart diet, from the Heart Association. They just keep on going on thinking medications and maybe the occasional surgeries like bypasses or stents, and so on can manage it. But no, I mean, yeah, those things can help. But as far as long term, do all that plus change your diet. And again, I'm just not making this stuff up. Talk to a vegan cardiologist and, they'll say pretty much what I just said there. Oh, Vegan Metalhead, I saw you left a tip a few minutes ago. Again, I think my audio's messed up for that right now. But let's see, you left some of your Indonesian there. So thanks so much. It's cool that you're learning Indonesian. Why is that? I'm just kind of curious. So Jen, your husband is vegan too, just as I thought. Awesome. What'd you have there, Vegan Metalhead? You had steel cut oats with various dried fruits for breakfast. That's a great breakfast too. If I don't have my smoothies, oats, some kind of oatmeal is my second most common breakfast. It's like 98% of the time, or 95% of the time, it's my banana smoothie with some other stuff I talked about I mixed in. Maybe another 3% of the time, it's oatmeal. And 2% of the time, it's a mix of odd things. Like maybe Angie will make us a tofu scramble like she did yesterday. And we had some flax seeds, flax, chia, and hemp seeds. Wow, you're covering your bases better than I am there, it sounds like. Awesome. Let's see, Streamlabs. I'm not sure if we're getting text to speech today. Let me try a little test here, actually. Yeah, did you guys hear anything here? Let me know. I'm going to do a little test here. I am not hearing. I am not hearing that. Let me know if you guys are. When I did the test donation there, let me check its properties here. I should have restarted Streamlabs. Let me try one more time here. I don't think you're hearing that, huh? Because if so, we're not going to hear if someone does a text-to-speech donation here. Let me know. I'm not hearing. I'm just seeing the donation on the screen, but not hearing anything. Let me know if that's what you guys are getting too. Software. I've had so much software and hard, just weird technical troubles. It's like, not that I'm an astrology kind of person, but it's like Mercury's been in retrograde for me all week. So no audio from the Streamlabs test. Okay. All right. Let me change that message really quick on my Streamlabs bot so no one will make a donation and get upset that it doesn't do text to speech today. Let me edit that text to speech part out really quick. Okay. All right. I am back. Okay, Vegan Medhood. Oh, you work with people from Indonesia. That's awesome because it seems like a really just like not like English language. Like we're watching a lot of Korean content, because of BTS, and wow, it's so different from English. It's not like learning Spanish or French or even German. It just seems really just different, evolved in a different language branch, and makes it really hard to learn, I imagine. Let's see, Roger. Is this a true story here? You took Ambien and was still awake, probably thinking differently of the way you see the world. And then you read an article on animal factory farming, I assume, and became vegan. Really? It was being on Ambien that kind of changed your mental state there? That's interesting. I've never heard that before. So cool. Thanks for sharing that. And thanks, Pat, for letting me know you didn't hear any audio from the Streamlabs test I did there. I didn't think so. It's funny. I saw that problem earlier when I did the test before coming on live. I saw there was no audio levels, so I did something, and it came back, and I was pretty satisfied that it was working. So that means sucks. We can't like browse the web and look at videos. Let me see if we hear any audio when I go to play a video. Let me play our latest Disneyland vlog here. And damn, I'm not hearing anything. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I was hearing it earlier. Oh well. Can't watch videos today. That stinks. Why are computers like that? Let me do one little hack here that might get it back. All right, let me just try one more thing here. I'm gonna hit play and see if we hear anything. Okay, it's gonna be like that today. Darn. Oh well. Oh well, such is life, as they say. C'est la vie. Okay, well at least we know we won't watch any videos together today. Not that I had anything planned, but it sucks because I did troubleshoot this earlier, and I should have just restarted the app, which I can't now, or else the live stream will end abruptly. It could be the audio channel I muted. I don't even want to go there right now and unmute it, and then we might get that weird echo back. And I don't even know why the echo would be coming, so I gotta figure this out later. Okay, no, I don't have any. I was seeing if I might have any tabs open that would have this live stream going on and cause that echo, but I don't see anything. Everything looks totally right. Anyway. I'm gonna, let's see. So yeah, World Vegan Day today, and it'd be cool if we could all, like, share our reasons why we went vegan. So I'm gonna ask people at random if they want to share, if they feel comfortable sharing how long they've been vegan and why they went vegan. And if you're not vegan, don't be bummed. It's all good. Tin Man, I asked you earlier. I don't know if you heard. I was asking you, Hardly Tin Man Adonis, if you want to share how long you've been vegan and what made you go vegan. And again, if I call you and you're not vegan, don't be embarrassed. It's totally cool. You're here, you're vegan curious at least, and open-minded, and let us know what attracts you to veganism. What about it is resonating with you. So it's all good. There's no wrong answers here. Oh, thanks, Zoe. Yeah, I had a nice Halloween with Angie. I tried, you guys ever heard of that fast food Chinese takeout chain, Panda Express? I don't know if they're everywhere in the country or world, but they're here in California. I think they're on the East Coast. Anyway, they in test locations, they're testing out a Beyond Orange Chicken. And me being of Chinese descent, orange chicken is something I'm always looking out for when I go to Asian vegan restaurants. So anyway, they're testing it out in select locations, and one here in Long Beach, not too far from our house, has it. So we went there yesterday, grabbed some rice and eggplant tofu and the Beyond Orange Chicken, and had that and enjoyed it. It was pretty freaking good, actually. Legit. I hope they roll it out, because I'll go back and get some more for sure. Peachy Persica, yes, today is World Vegan Day, and yeah, let's celebrate right now. That's what we're doing right here. We're talking about why we went vegan, and what made you go vegan. Let's see. So Emily just shared why she went vegan here. 7 years ago, you ate vegan, like a vegan diet. I assume you're talking about, for a month, but never heard about animal rights. So went to the bookstore, asked for a book on it, read The Ethics of Eating Animals, and that was it. Cool. I've never read that. Who is the author? That sounds so familiar, that title. I mean, yeah, I should know these things, right? But yeah, let me know. It sounds like something I should read for sure. Yeah, oh no, Antonio, if they have, go to Panda Express's website and look for their Beyond Orange Chicken page, because they tell on their website exactly which cities and which locations in those cities have the test Beyond Orange Chicken. I was so jealous because they only tested out like 8 locations here in California a few weeks ago, and they sold out really quick, and everyone that tried it said it was really good. So when I saw ours was getting it came on Friday. I couldn't go Friday. I was live streaming with you guys. I was busy Saturday, so yesterday I went out and got some. It was really, really good. Yes, it was delicious, if that's what you're talking about there, Zoe. Any questions for me right now? Anything you want to talk about? Let's see. So Wee Wheelie, you went vegan starting with a water healing diet in 2013, cleansed from candida, full vegan in 2016. Cool. You're still here with us. Awesome. All right, Tin Man, you were the first person I asked. Let's see what you're saying here. 4 years vegan. Awesome. You decided to be done with the cruelty of beings that done nothing cruel to you. It's disgusting anyway. Yep. That's how, I share those same sentiments. When I see like a cow, pig, chicken, I don't go, ooh, food. No, I look at, oh, how cute they are, right? I mean, we're driving, oh, look at those cows. And I realize, oh, they're cute, but oh man, I hope they're not being raised for slaughter. Maybe not, but yeah, they're beautiful animals, and they don't want to die so that some person eats them. It's simple as that. They did nothing wrong. Oh, by Peter Singer. Okay, thank you for sharing that. I'll look that up. I haven't read any of Singer's works yet. I mean, I think I've read some short things on the internet, some essays, but I've never read like a major work. So thanks for reminding me about that. I really should. I really should as an ethical vegan. Peter Rabbit, have we been on Chef AJ's live show lately? We've never been on Chef AJ's live show as far as I can remember. I think we're kind of off her radar. I don't think she really knows who we are or anything like that. I'm not sure why, but yeah, our paths haven't really crossed too much, even though we're both kind of Southern California based. Hey, Vegato Blue, yes, happy big vegan world day to you too. I'm with you, Peachy Persica. Animals deserve so much better than to be bred into existence, to live a life where they're kept in captivity and only to be exploited and ultimately killed for human usage when it's absolutely unnecessary. Zoe, my favorite vegan YouTuber. Wow. Wow, that's a good question. I don't think I have a favorite vegan YouTuber, to be honest with you. I mean, there's people I watch and like, but amongst all of them, I don't think I have a singular favorite that stands out as my favorite vegan YouTuber. So I don't think I can answer that one. Elaine, you being ignored, Elaine? I'm sorry, my bad. I'm going to try to scroll up. Oh, here you go, Elaine, my bad. I can't see everything, but I'm trying my best. So when you were 12 years old, you read a book called Is There No God for Pigs? Whoa, I've never heard of that. And immediately went vegan. Lost my health to yeast beast and have been vegan on and off since. You think you can do it right now? Huh? I don't. What's it? Lost your health to yeast beast? Maybe you made a typo there. Let me know what that is. I'm quite curious. What happened to your health, and was it because of being vegan? Just curious there. Again, I'm not a medical doctor or a health professional. I'm just kind of curious what you're saying there. Caustic Hymn Productions. I really don't know why World Vegan Day is today. Good question. Maybe because it follows a major holiday. Because most major holidays, at least here in the United States, even though it's World Vegan Day, are about eating crap meats and stuff like that. So maybe it's kind of cool to put it after a holiday and get people to think about what they eat. I don't know, maybe so. Even though vegan is not a diet, but it involves eating plants, so it's a part of being vegan. You guys eat something. It's plants. Let's see, Juan. What foods do I think would be necessary to soak for preparing meals on a plant-based diet? We don't soak anything. I mean, yeah, beans, legumes, yes. Juan, you would want to soak them if you buy them dry. If you buy them in a can, you don't have to soak anything. But no, we don't really soak anything. I can't think of any foods we buy that we soak. I mean, yeah, legumes need to be cooked. Say mung beans, which I put into some of our Indian food dishes. We put them in a pot and boil them with a bunch of vegetables for like an hour. It's in our recipe books. For you guys that are not aware, I will direct you to our website, happyhealthyvegan.org. Here we go. And you can get our physical books, our ebooks. If you live internationally, as I suspect Juan might, I would suggest getting an ebook. That way, ebook means electronic book, meaning non-physical book, meaning we don't have to ship it. Shipping internationally is quite expensive now. It goes up every year. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, check out our web shop there. Soy curls, yeah, Graven Babies. We just started cooking with soy curls this year, and Angie's been preparing them, so I think she might soak them. But yeah, we really don't soak much of anything. It's pretty rare. Okay, Elaine, you're saying you're eating too much sugar and starch gave you candida. Yeah, I don't know too much about candida. I don't want to offer any advice on how one gets it, how to get off of it. That wouldn't be my, I'd be in the wrong lane, stay in your lane kind of thing. So I'm going to stay in my lane there. But from what I understand, though, I've seen reports of people who have been able to improve their candida on vegan diets. I'm not sure what they're eating exactly. Maybe they're excluding or including more certain foods. But oh, cool. Thanks for sharing that. If you want any help with going how we eat, Elaine, right? Yeah, check out our link I just put down there to our shop, our store, and yeah, check out either of our books there. I would recommend for you the second one, the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook, the one that Angie's holding up top here. has less fruity dishes than the first one if you're wanting to keep that in check. And yeah, just putting the suggestion out there to you. Oh no, Antonio, you bought the first ebook and you love it. Cool, you got to get the second one. Oh no, Antonio, I think it's even better personally, because that's how we eat every day, or pretty much every day. We didn't eat that way this weekend. Hey, Half Greek, you finally got into a live stream. I came on earlier to try to get people who might be in Europe and unable to participate in our live streams because you guys are asleep. So if you stayed up late tonight, here you are. And let me know if you are maybe in Greece or somewhere in Europe there. So thanks. You finally got into a live stream. Happy World Vegan Day. Thank goodness we had World Vegan Day to bring us all together here today. Okay, July, as far as why is it today, World Vegan Day, you heard, I should research this. I really didn't do much research into World Vegan Day. You think it has to do when the Vegan Society was created? Okay, I should have fact checked this more. Maybe we can go to the internet right now, since we can't play anything as far as like any videos. We won't see the audio, but let's see. World Vegan Day. Let's see if we can end some of the mystery right now. I'll just go to Wikipedia. Why not? An annual event celebrated by vegans around the world every November 1st. It was established in 1994 by the chair of the Vegan Society to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the founding of the organization and coining the terms vegan and veganism. Okay, 50th anniversary of founding the organization and coining the terms vegan and veganism. So they're going back from 1994 to 1944, if my math is right. So, all right, cool. So, okay, Louis Walls, the chair of the Vegan Society, said, we knew that the society had been founded in November of 1944, but didn't know the exact date. Okay, so they decided to go for November 1st. Just like me, I knew roughly when I went vegan. I just didn't know the exact date. I knew around the time. I knew the time of year, and roughly was it late mid-October, possibly early November. I think it was mid-late October. Anyway, yeah. So they just said November 1st. So that's why. That's when the Vegan Society was founded and created the terms vegan and veganism. All right, cool. So I'm glad we fact-checked that really quickly. That wasn't too hard, huh? All right, actually, let me get my first plug here for Coldest, the water bottle company that reached out to me to drink water on my live streams, which I do. You guys know before they reached out to me like a month ago, I've been using different water bottles all the time. That's why I don't drink kombucha or beer or sports drinks. I just drink water. I mean, I have a little bit of wine once in a while, occasionally, but this is what I drink. So when they reached out and said, hey, would you like to try our bottles out for your live streams? I said, hell yes. I'm your guy. So I checked it out, loved it. It really does keep your water cold. Took it to the gym with me earlier today, kept my water nice and cold. I didn't put any ice cubes for here for the live stream because it's kind of a cool day today in California. 66 degrees Fahrenheit for you guys on the Fahrenheit system, which is a pretty cool day for Southern California, even in early November. Not cold, but it feels nice. What I'm saying, it's not hot. So anyway, we have a code since we're working with Coldest. Thanks for sending it to us. Thanks for sending us the code VEGAN, VEGAN, for World Vegan Day. I guess we're the first vegan channel you guys worked with. Hopefully not the last. It's all down in the show notes. The link to Coldest. You can get a 10% discount when you use our code or link. And also, there's a separate link for a contest. It's a free contest you can enter and try to win a water bottle. So go for it. And again, thanks for sending me this. I really, I've stepped up my water bottle game. They sent us 2 of them actually, so I'm good for a long time. Okay, so anyway, guys, let's see. Founded in 1994. No, Vigata Blue. They were founded in 1944. We're talking about the Vegan Society. Again, let's go back to that. It's just in 1994 when the event was established. World Vegan Day was established in 1994 by the chair of the Vegan Society to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the organization and the coining of the terms vegan and veganism. So yeah, the Vegan Society was founded long before then, in 1944, in November of 1944. However, they didn't know the exact date, so they just arbitrarily picked, let's just say November 1st, you know. Let's see. The God of Blue. What's called the duckweed powder that I use? Okay, not to make this like a big advertisement segment here, because it's not, but I will show you, because I put this in my smoothies every day that I make a smoothie. The only exceptions is if I ever run out temporarily, but it's Clean Machines green protein. It sounds like some fancy stuff. It really is nothing more than a little bit of pea protein, but primarily something called duckweed. It's like a pond scum, but it sounds gross, but it's actually, grown in a really hygienic situation, not in a real pond. And it's got tons of vitamins and nutrients, amino acids, what I came for, but it's got bioavailable B12. It's got omega-3 fatty acids in the form of ALA and a bunch of other vitamins and nutrients. And this is my, I love these guys. I've known them for maybe 4 or so years now. The company is ran by Jeff Palmer. He's a long-term vegan. He's actually a former, might still be a current natural bodybuilding competitor, and a vegan of like 30 years. The company is all vegan products, vegan founder. I love them. And I'm just proud to call them friends. And here is my discount code so you can save 10% at Clean Machine Online. It's just Happy Vegan. And I came for the amino acids, because I started, lifting more as opposed to running. I wanted to build a bit more muscle, and I stayed because I learned about all the other great stuff in there, like all those other vitamins and minerals I talked about, especially once we found there was bioavailable B12 in it, which they didn't know when I first started. It was unknown at that time, but there's been a lab analysis, a really sophisticated, expensive one, which discovered, to everyone's shock, that there's bioavailable B12 in it. Because I really do. I just drink water all the time out of this thing. I love it. Thank you for sending this to me, Coldest. Oscar. I mean, there's all kinds of suffering in the world, Oscar, and some vegans do focus some of their attention on that. Our primary focus as vegans is the exploitation of animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. That doesn't mean there's intersexualist vegans who, in addition to advocating for the rights of animals, not exploiting animals, we can advocate for the rights of other stuff. For me personally, being a person of Chinese descent, I'm often also on the advocating for anti-racism, just people not being racist, not using racist language, not beating up Chinese people walking down the streets. There's so many horrors and evils in the world that if one person tried to spread themselves to cover all the ills and evils of the world, you wouldn't have time to do any of them effectively. So I think it's cool to try to advocate for other things. I'm also by default kind of an environmental activist. I've become after learning about all the environmental horrors of animal agriculture. So I don't think it's incumbent upon any one particular vegan to fight for any other of these other cases of either exploitation or abuse. But if you want to, and I encourage you to do so, especially if you're an intersexualist vegan, they're carrying the torch on that, fighting for all the many types of exploitations that happen in the world. But then I'm not sure why it's incumbent on vegans necessarily. I'm not saying vegans shouldn't fight for the rights of field workers, but meat eaters eat plants too. I'm not sure carnivore or something like that. So I'm saying everyone should be fighting for that. Hey, Vegan Gains, how's it going? I've seen you make videos about some of these intersexualist vegans. I forgot the name of that Asian guy in Canada that was effing with you, trying to get you kicked off panels because he didn't like your brand of veganism. And it's a known fact that Richard and I have different styles of vegan activism, and we talked about this in a live stream once before. But I would never, because his activism style is different from mine and might be perceived as more radical or whatever, whatever that guy was saying about you. I forgot his name. But anyway, I wouldn't try to kick you off a panel. But yeah, that's just complete crap to like try to kick a vegan activist off a panel. Well, other people on that panel, as Richard pointed out, weren't even vegan. Like the person, I think, like an important person on it was a vegetarian or something like that. So anyway, what are you saying there? Many intersectionalist vegans I met aren't actually vegan. Darren Chang, okay, that's the guy. I should just read your second sentence there. Darren Chang, for instance, doesn't want to ban the seal hunt because he thinks that takes away from Native American sovereignty. And I remember, yeah, as you said, he was advocating for you to not be on the panel, but a vegetarian was totally cool being on this vegan festival panel. So anyway, yeah. I wasn't saying intersectionalism is good or bad, but I'm just saying there are intersectionalists who take up the causes of things that lie outside the realm of animal exploitation, which is the wheelhouse of vegan activism. Zoe, yes, I got my verification status. I've seen people like Vegan Gains come into the live chat. The vegan teacher came on and they had the verification check. And I said, hey, how'd you guys get that? I should get that too. And you guys said it wasn't that hard. They told me it wasn't that tough to do. So I finally got off my lazy butt like a week or so ago and just Googled how to do it. It was really just simple as like filling out a short, tiny form. And they said it would probably take, YouTube or Google said it would probably take a long time to verify. It happened like within a day or something like that. It was really painless. So now if you ever see me in someone's live stream chatting, you'll know it's me. And if you see someone without the check mark impersonating us, report them because we have the check mark now. They said as long as our name remains the same, we'll have it. I don't think we'll be changing it anytime soon, by the way. Hey, Tatted Vegan Runner, thanks for joining. So yeah, here we are on World Vegan Day. And what I've been doing is having people share with the discussion here if they want to. I'll call you out one at a time. I'll name you and you could tell me why you're vegan, what made you go vegan, and if you want to share how long you've been vegan, that's cool too. If you're not vegan, don't feel ashamed. Let us know what's interesting about veganism to you. Vegan Gains. I'm gonna actually just have a conversation with the leader, the guy who invented this whole notion of hunting lions and tigers and all that. I'm going to talk to Avi and ask yourself. I was chatting with Isaac a few days ago, right before my Friday live stream. I didn't have time to chat with him. Yeah, I told him sometime after tomorrow I'll be free. I really don't need to have a debate. I understand the argument, if you want to call it that, quite well. And I have several follow-up questions that I just want to ask Avi. I don't need to go through the whole trolley problem. I'll give you guys the trolley problem, Vegan Gains. You don't have to ask me anything about Nazis or pulling a lever to save the train workers. The trolley problem is fine. Let's grant yes to any scenario, no matter how non-radical, like killing some train workers or the Nazis one that you brought up for foot soldier. Let's just say yes to the trolley problem. What I'm trying to understand is the rule that is implied. Like, why even bring up trolley problems for? I want to get to the killing rule of the trolley problem and examine some of the I think the logical consequences are of just of this whole conclusion of the argument. So anyway, I'm going to discuss this with Avi, and I don't think we're going to have a debate or anything. We're just going to talk about it one day soon on Discord. So I think that would be more productive than having two vegans fighting and possibly being rude to each other and creating a fiasco. I just want to have some follow-up questions for the creator of the philosophy is what I'm saying. So yeah, no interested in getting involved in this. I said I don't want to have my face associated with this whole thing. I'm trying to stay out of it as much as possible. I have some, I think, really important questions for Avi to answer, and we'll take it from there. What does Travis think? Me and Vegan Gains need to have a roller skate race. Kick my ass on that because I can't balance myself on roller skates, which is weird because I was a skateboarder, but put me on skates and it's just bad. Wow, Twaja just donated $20. Holy moly. Thank you so much, Twaja. You didn't even have a question or anything. And thank you for using Streamlabs there because as I learned, I think Vegan Games was the first person I saw using Streamlabs years back. It's really common now, but Streamlabs OBS. Anyway, yeah, they don't take a cut out of your donations. Unlike YouTube, one of the, like richest corporations in the world, they take big cuts out of creators' tips. But yeah, Streamlabs doesn't. So thank you so much for using that. That's very much appreciated. All right, so let's see what else you guys asking here. I'm gonna ask someone here why they are vegan, and not why, but what made them go vegan. Because that's what I hope to do. If you don't want to share this stuff, like I said, don't feel obligated. If you feel like I'm violating some privacy, it's totally cool. I get it. But how about Veganese? What made you go vegan? Let us know, and maybe how long you've been vegan if you want to share that. Okay, is that Richard? I couldn't remember if it's 30% on the super chat tips. I don't know if it's 30 or 40%. So it is 30%. So thanks for verifying that. I'll trust your number on that because I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah. It's insane for taking this. I mean, insane's the right word, but it is extremely greedy of YouTube to take 30% out of your tips. I mean, they already take, the cuts out of the AdSense ads. I mean, the tips too. I mean, give something to your creators, guys. I mean, come on. Why do they have to take everything, from the creators? I mean, it's a huge portion, 30 freaking percent for tips. Think about where tips are. Like when you tip a waiter or hairstyling or whatever, whoever you're tipping, it's to give the money to them, the money that they should have been getting rightfully, but their employer or whatever is not giving them the money that they should be getting. So anyway, YouTube is taking the tips away from creators too, 30%. So that's why I encourage people to use Streamlabs. But if you can't use it for some reason, or whatever, I still let people click the YouTube super chat tip thing there. It's all good, but yeah, I'd rather have YouTube not take any more away from us than they have to, because they have millions, billions, I should say, and we're just kind of getting by here. Yeah, I totally get it, Illian. I know YouTube is providing a platform, and they're making plenty of money from their enormous cut from the ads that they run on top of our videos. And for some people, YouTube will just run ads on their videos and not even give the creator anything. There's a lot of circumstances where YouTube gets 100%, but I mean, why do they have to take a cut of the tips too? It really didn't take a much, technological expenditure and effort to allow people to leave chats. I mean, tips, super chat tips. It really, it's not a big, investment on their part to create that functionality. What are you saying there, Richard? Inch flat out lied in that video about you and Avi. Yeah, he made a lot of claims. I saw Avi post on Twitter the extent of their private DMs, which you shouldn't really publish, but Avi felt he felt the guilt of that, but he showed that they didn't really, Avi didn't bully him there. Maybe Hinch didn't remember correctly. I don't know. I don't know if that's really a big sticking point or not, but like I said, Richard, I'm going to talk to Avi, the creator of this philosophy, rather than you who got it from him. And I'm just going to talk to Avi. I think I found a few intractable problems with the position. I'm using analytical philosophy tools to break down the logical consequences of the position. I'm not saying the position is wrong. I'm giving you guys the complete extent of the trolley problems, agreeing to any scenario, no matter how wild or benign it may be, saying, yes, pull the lever or, whatever. But I think I found a few interesting areas to explore and some tough pills to swallow if you truly believe in that position. I'm going to talk, like I said, I'm going to chat with Avi about it. So if you see him, let him know I'm down to chat. I guess I can message Isaac too, ask yourself to let him know. Tell him sometime Wednesday or after I'm available to chat, Wednesday or Thursday. So anyway, Veganese, mentally vegan, because actually I'm asking people at random in the chat how long they've been vegan, and if they're not vegan, what's attracting them. Anyway, so veganese, vegan, mentally vegan since 8 years old, but you were a third generation Scotland, New Zealand dairy farmer's daughter. Wow, you always knew there was something wrong with eating and wearing animals, and you're very sick as a child. Wow. All right, thanks for sharing that, veganese. Yeah, you hear a lot of stories about like the children of dairy farmers. That's a common thing. Isn't like Dr. McDougall or T. Colin Campbell or both those guys fit into that scenario? Half Greek, do I have a Discord community that I can join? I have a Discord server. I just kind of use it to pipe audio into the live stream sometimes, but I don't really have a community that I'm working on building there. Oh, Richard, am I going to live stream the chat with Avi? No, I just want to chat with him in private. Maybe it can turn into something more than that, but I just really, I don't need Avi to give me the whole, like, what I call like the dog and pony show and use like the Socratic method and ask questions. I understand the methodology, the argument that you guys are making. So I just have some follow-up questions. Remember, I studied philosophy. I'm not saying I'm on a high horse. I'm just saying I usually don't debate when I'm in philosophy, or professional philosophers. Not that I was ever a professional philosopher. My point is, I wouldn't like to respond to the paper. Assuming that Avi wrote a paper, he didn't. The next best thing is like his video he made with you and a few other sources I have. Anyway, I understand the position, so now I just have some questions about the position, because the way I see it, there's some really just tough pills to swallow, like I said, almost like absurd logical consequences of the position. So that's what I want to talk about him. He might have some workarounds or answers for them, so that's the whole point about talking with Avi. The guy who's thought through this thing more than anyone else probably has. I just want to go straight to the source and bring up the near absurd logical consequences that I have found if you assume the position to be true. Again, I'm not attacking it. I'm not saying anything's false in any of the logic or reasoning, but I think if you grant the logic and reasoning to be true, there are several intractable problems if you look at the logical conclusions. The logical not conclusions, my bad. Consequences, my bad. Consequences, the logical consequences of exploring what is entailed by the position. That's it. So I'm going to chat with Avi about that. Probably Avi and Isaac, and do it in private. Hey, Dr. Bear, thank you for the live stream. I'm sorry, guys, the audio is not working today. I don't know why. I was having some problems beforehand. I thought I fixed it, but I should have just restarted everything and been done. Dr. Bear, so first of all, $3 super chat, thanks. And thanks for using Streamlabs, because they don't take a cut. Hey, Ryan, thanks for the live stream. Have you heard whether they'll be talking about plant-based diets during the big meeting of world leaders in Glasgow? I hope so, but sadly I doubt it. World leaders never seem to consider changing their diets to combat climate change. I'm pretty sure they're not going to talk about that. No, I mean, that's something I've seen universally ignored by world leaders, politicians. The impact that plant-based diets have on our ecosystems, on greenhouse gas emissions. They won't talk about that. They'll talk about other things, gasoline and that kind of thing, fossil fuels, but they won't talk about the number one source of greenhouse gas emissions for some reason. I just don't think that's an option on the table. Yeah, hardly 10 minute dots. Back to the super chat tip cut there. Yes, YouTube takes 30%. That's a shame, especially if someone sends only a few bucks. And then there's also I'm not sure if YouTube, no, that's on Streamlabs, but yeah, there's also transaction fees. But I don't think YouTube charges you any transaction fees. On Streamlabs, unfortunately, they don't take a cut. Okay, I'm refreshing. I'm here. Okay, I think we had a refreshing situation there. You guys with me? Let me know. Just wait for a second. I don't know why this happens. I'm wired into the internet with an Ethernet cable. I turned Wi-Fi off just to be safe, to see if that would stop the refreshing thing. So we will chill for a second, make sure everyone's here and everything's cool. I haven't lowered the buffering setting on my streams to help minimize this. So I don't know what's up. Maybe I just have crap internet. It wasn't buffering? Okay, I refreshed my window for nothing. Anyway, cool. Glad everything's cool. Squid Game, okay? I can't talk about it because I've never seen it. I don't have Netflix. Eric, you've been vegan about 11 years. Cool. I've been vegan, yeah, just a hair over 11 years now. So welcome to the 11-ish year vegan club. You think only I had the issue? Who knows? Maybe I did. Maybe I'm really just sensitive. I just saw the beginnings of the buffering. I wanted to like snuff it out there. Sarah, it's super sad you're saying it's way easier to go vegan than give up your car and fossil fuels. I agree. It's not that hard to just eat plants, huh? Um, Zoe, what's your question there? Do I think it's not vegan to take your non-vegan boyfriend or girlfriend out on a date and pay for him to eat something non-vegan? Yeah, these are like really like gray area questions. Here's what I would do in this kind of situation. I would here's what I would suggest. I would take him to a restaurant that is either vegan. Here's what I do. Here's how I deal with this personally as Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. I would take them either to a restaurant that is 100% vegan, a vegan restaurant, or a restaurant that has really, really good vegan options. Meaning there's no reason to get the non-vegan option. And they should, if they respect you as a vegan, that it actually, it just breaks every ethical code imaginable for you to have a piece of meat sitting there right next to you on your table that you're paying for. So if you just say, hey, let's go to this restaurant, I'll buy, just order off the vegan menu, or we'll go to this restaurant, this vegan restaurant, and we'll order everything vegan, obviously, and I'll pay for it. So see if you can do that. See if that's the workaround rather than going to a non-vegan option restaurant and having to buy their meat for them. That's what I do with my mom. We'll go to like an Indian restaurant and it's not vegan, but they have a vegan menu, and I'll just say, hey, we're getting the vegan bread, we're getting the vegan dishes, and have it all, Mom. Even though you're not vegan, you can eat all the vegan stuff because that's how we're rolling. Okay, Eric, you meant 10 years this fall vegan. Awesome. 11-ish years. It can 10, 11 years. Either way, you've been vegan a long time. All right, we get a little more water here. This is pretty cool. We haven't had any real trolls today. I guess maybe the trolls have it in their calendars that I come on Friday nights. I'm coming on Monday. They're all like, whoa, they're not even ready. Okay, thoughts on Facebook's name change? Yeah, I think it's funny. I mean, they know that their brand, Facebook, is like tarnished. People laugh at it. They don't want to use it. They don't want to get a login for it. If they have like an Oculus, virtual reality headset, Facebook's name is crap. Their brand is crap. So they thought, oh, well, we can distract them by changing our parent company name. I mean, no one's going to buy that, but whatevs. Let's see. Oscar, do I still eat a lot of bananas? Yeah. This morning I had about an 8 or 9 banana smoothie. Yeah, totally. I didn't have any bananas yesterday, though. Or maybe I had one later on, but I didn't have my banana smoothie yesterday. I got sidetracked in the morning, and I think Angie was, after I got sidetracked, she made me, or us, a scramble, some kind of tofu potato scramble. Travis, you asking me about chased by a bunch of tigers? I don't know. Are you making a trolley problem or what? I don't know. Sure what you're trying to do there. I would run, I'd get in the car and the Jeep and put my heel to the steel. I'm not sure what you're getting at there. I don't know. I don't plan to ever go on a safari or anything where I'd be chased by tigers. Anyway, I see some of you guys talking about like climate change activists who aren't vegan or even plant-based, never even put out there that, hey, maybe going plant-based is cool. I don't know if they're hypocrites or, as you're suggesting there, guys, or just totally blissfully uninformed, unaware that the number one source of greenhouse gas emissions, animal agriculture, the number one source of Amazon rainforest destruction, animal agriculture, the number one cause of species extinction, animal agriculture. I mean, if you're an environmentalist, you should know this stuff, right? I mean, you know, it's not rocket science to figure this out. If I figured it out, I'm not like a professional environmental activist, but I know this stuff. So it makes me wonder, hey, are they just unaware? Like, just somehow they don't know these basic facts, or they are aware yet they don't give a crap. So either they're uninformed, just like totally ignorant, or they're complete hypocrites. I don't know. What do you guys think about that one? You like my answer, Travis, about chasing by the tigers, getting chased? Yeah, get in the Jeep and put your heel to the steel. um, Pelt them with bananas. Maybe that's the one you like there, huh? Maybe that'll distract them. Oh, what are these things? What's that, Fu Manpu? Are you talking about those climate activists? Well, remember, if we eat vegan but wear non-vegan clothes and consume other non-vegan products, are we just not part of the problem? Yeah, I mean, the core definition of veganism is not exploiting animals, for food, clothing, or any other purpose. So yeah, if you're truly against exploiting animals and cruelty to animals, yeah, of course you don't want to eat them, but why would you wear their stuff? Because still, an animal has to get killed. Yeah, they take the meat out, give that to the meat eaters, and then they process the rest of the body and do other things with it. But still, yeah, vegan, an ethical vegan would not want to wear leather or fur or anything like that. Yeah, because yeah, we are against exploiting animals. Elaine, no, I didn't know this is a copyrighted thing. AF. Oh, it's not my shirt. I mean, I didn't come up with the design. I'm just wearing it, so I don't think I could get in too much trouble for that. Hey, JL, you're in Asheville, North Carolina. Thanks for sending some love from Asheville, JL. Thank you. Let's see. Ilani E, you're always in the live streams. You're my next person here. Because what we're doing here on vegan World Vegan Day, I'm asking people at random, what made them go vegan? So I'm gonna ask you, Ilani E. If you don't mind sharing with us, if you don't want to, that's totally cool. But yeah, if you don't mind sharing with us, what made you go vegan? What happened in your life, or what information? What happened? Just let me know. Let us know. And if you don't want to tell us, that's totally cool. I respect that. Articulated dreams. So you think it's hard to believe that these climate and environmental activists who are not vegan or plant-based are not, you don't believe that they're unaware of all these problems caused by environmental problems caused by animal agriculture. Don't worry, be happy. Well, about wool. Here's the whole thing with wool. Yes, it's not necessary to kill an animal to get wool, shave the wool off from the animal. However, if we are to look at, and I'm not saying you're right or wrong, I'm just telling you how I see this. Veganism is a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as possible and practical, all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals. Just the word exploitation there. The animals, the sheep, they're not being killed necessarily. Maybe they kill them after they're not useful or productive anymore. I don't know too much about that, but it's pretty much impossible to deny that keeping sheep and shaving them off and selling their product for money, for gain, that's the definition of exploitation. That keep someone down or do something not cool to them so you can benefit in some way. That's a clear case of exploitation. So just for that reason alone, wool is something that vegans should be against. Not so you have to go and protest wool makers or producers or anything like that, but I'm just saying, that's clearly exploitation. Oh, Ilani, so let's see here. you came across veganism, because I asked a few minutes ago, you came across veganism several times in your life, because I'm asking you guys why you went vegan here on World Vegan Day, but you didn't understand dietary wise it was possible for, or never really understood. A friend of yours went vegan and did an Ironman. Wow, that should show you right there. If someone could train and complete an Ironman on a vegan diet, that shows like all these things like, wow, you're gonna waste away and not get enough protein as a vegan. So that pretty much showed you, right there. I'll see what else you say. It looked like you left it off at and. Domestication of dogs and cats. Well, domestication of dogs and cats occurred, and I guess it's still occurring, but it occurred, it's been happening for thousands of years. Keeping a cat in your house, I don't see as being exploitation. In the case of my cats, they're rescues. They're going to be killed if no one else took them. So they're here living a happy life. They're not being exploited. I don't make money off of them or anything like that, because that's what let's look what exploitation means, so we're all on the same page here. We looked at the definition of vegan. Let's look at exploitation. The act of selfishly taking advantage of someone, and I consider animals ones, they have personhood in my mind, or a group of people, animals are people, in order to profit from them or otherwise benefit oneself. I don't know. That's kind of a hard thing. Domestication, again, is a thing. It has been happening for thousands of years. But owning a rescue animal, I think that's pretty selfless to be able to say, I'm going to dedicate these years of my life and resources to keep this animal healthy and protected, and give it the best life it can. So I guess one could make the argument that it's exploitation, but it's much more difficult to establish how the exploitation is really happening. But I hear what you're saying. Let's see. So Illinois. So several years later, in kind of depressed place, you were looking into zero waste diet. That friend had been following freely, and you came across her finally. And I came across her initially, thought crazy, began to look into what she. Okay, Illinois is still going on her vegan story there. Cool. Wow. All right. Well, I'll look for the third part there. Zoe, do I think buying non-vegan fabric secondhand is not vegan? Again, we're getting to these kind of gray areas. Yeah, some things are black and white, like binary. Yes, vegan or not vegan. Now we're getting to the more gray area things here. And this is my perspective. Not to say I'm the spokesperson for vegan or anything like that. Far from it. I just feel by support wearing it or buying something secondhand like that, because for me, I had some shoes from college from 1991 that were pretty looking new, but they're made out of leather, and I discovered them after I'd gone vegan. I think after we started our channel, I'm going, well, man, it'd be cool to wear these again, because I really didn't wear them back in the 90s. They look brand new, but just the act of putting them on my feet and going out to the world walking is a silent form of showing support. This is okay. It's pretty much telling the world, this is cool. I don't have a problem with this, so that's why I got rid of them, because I couldn't wear them in good conscience and let the world know, hey, this is, I give a thumbs up or consent to this. Let's see, Daniel, you're eating at a vegan burger joint right now in San Antonio, Texas. Awesome, cool. I didn't know you guys had vegan burger joints in Texas. Awesome. Glad to hear that. It sounds like, here, I just take it for granted. Yeah, I know we're vegan. I can go to a vegan burger joint a mile or so from my house, but that's cool that you got them there too in San Antonio. Awesome. So, Illini, continue your story about why you went vegan. You said then decided to go vegan. I thought you've always loved animals. Why haven't I done this sooner? 5 years vegan. Yeah, it makes sense. If a person loves animals, I'll watch some reality shows where someone talk about how much they love their animals. I had a video I did on Dr. Mike, the guy that, had the high cholesterol, that medical doctor. I didn't talk about how he had a dog, he walks his dog, so he must love his dog. Then why is he still eating animals for? If you love animals, why do you support practices that exploit and harm and kill, inevitably kill animals? You don't need to eat animals in order to be alive, healthy, functioning. Again, that's not my position. That's just known fact. Position of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. So if someone wants to see it, I'll put it up on the screen. I've shown it 100 million times. But I agree with you. If you love animals, next step is to, if you're not already vegan, stop eating them. So ill and eat. So you found us through Freely. So sorry for the long story. No, I'm glad you shared the longer, complicated version of your story there. I see how you couldn't say that all in one post there. Yeah, Sarah, I'm not too familiar with sheep production, but I understand I understand the little bit I know. That's what I've been told, that reality sheep are killed when they are no longer productive. Why? Because when you get down to it, sheep wool production is a business. And if your sheep, it costs money to maintain a sheep, to feed it and do all the stuff you need to do, veterinary care. It's expensive. And if your producer is not producing anymore, and this is true in the dairy industry, the egg industry, if your producer is not producing, if your business is in it for making money, which is why we're talking about exploitation, not exploiting animals. That's what veganism is about, or against exploiting animals. Anyway, yeah, your producer it's not worth it. You will lose money giving food to it and taking it to the vet and so on and so forth. So typically the producers are killed and don't get to live a long, natural, healthy life. Typically, yeah, maybe there's some producers that are more ethical and have a deal with a sanctuary that they send them to or something like that. But I don't think that is the norm. If anything, it is the exception. If someone knows something I don't, please let me know. Like I said, I'm not an expert in this area, but this is the little bit I've come to understand over the years. Wow, Fu Man Poo, what happened there? Your wife just called crying from work. She had to do CPR on a man who got hit by a car outside her work. Dude was now being worked on by the EMS, emergency people. Puts things in perspective. Wow, I hope your wife's okay, because that could be super traumatizing for first responders who are not professional first responders. Assuming your wife is just doing something at work and that doesn't work in that field. So hope she's good. I'm glad she was able to help there, but I hope she's okay. Really, Daniel, there's a lot of vegan food in San Antonio. I had no idea there were so many vegan options in San Antonio. Is it like that in a lot of the cities in Texas? I know Austin is pretty good for vegan food. And how about I heard Dallas has some good vegan restaurants. How about Houston? I haven't heard too much about Houston. Anyone know? Let me know if you know, Daniel. Peter, why do you say that? Wow, Vegan Gain is pretty mad at me, Ryan. Why? What happened? Did he say something that I missed? Did he make a video dedicated to me? Let me know, because he was on here a second ago, Peter. I let him know that I know what the argument is. It comes from Dr. Avi, and I heard Dr. Avi's argument in a video, and I just have a few follow-up questions for Avi that I would like to ask him himself. I don't need to ask Richard, who got the theory secondhand from Avi. I'm just going to ask Avi himself sometime. So that's what I told Richard. I have no intent to debate. I just want to ask Avi a few follow-up questions. But yeah, let me know if something happened there, Peter. Just kind of getting you up to speed on what happened here before you came on. And good to see you, Peter. Let me check something out here. You didn't have to delete that comment there, Peter. That's cool. I don't think I can make it come back. Let's see. Okay, Grav Vamper, Dead River, whatever your name is. I saw Peter hit your comment. No, I'm not 11. I look at least 30. I'm a vegan of 11 years. I think you're joking there. Yeah, I'm well over 30. I've been vegan for 11 years. I didn't say an 11-year-old vegan. Reread the title here. Ask an 11-year vegan. Peter, Peter, also, so Vegan Gains is mad I won't debate him. Well, the thing is, this is not Vegan Gains' theory. It started with Avi, and I think Ask Yourself, and then emanated outward from their like circle of acquaintances or friends, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to go talk to the boss himself. I'm going to talk to Dr. Avi. Ask Yourself already sent me an invitation, have a private conversation with them. So I'm just going to go have a talk with them about my follow-up questions of their position. Basically, it'd be, like me responding to a philosophical paper that I read and responding with questions and problems that I see with their view. No need to have a debate, especially with a person who did not originate the theory. Why would I have a debate with him when I could just talk to the boss, the guy who came up with this whole thing? Okay, Daniel, so you don't know about Houston. So yeah, Richard, you don't have to be mad that I'm not going to debate you. We can disagree. Think about it. I mean, it's kind of, I don't want to provoke anger in this response, but it's kind of childish. I don't know how to say this without sounding kind of offensive. I'm just going to let it out. It's kind of childish to, when someone disagrees with you, to automatically assume you have to debate. That's just not how life works. Again, I'm trained in philosophy. That's not how it worked out there. We would respond to other people and papers and stuff like that. Debate's not like the tool of progress and thought or anything like that, especially if you're not the originator of the position. It's Avi's position. So I'm going to go to the source. So I'm not sure why I would debate Richard if I disagree with Avi's theory. You see how it doesn't make any sense? If I disagree with Avi's theory, why am I going to debate a guy who heard it secondhand? And I've heard from Avi that Richard didn't even express the position quite accurately, made some big mistakes according to Avi. So I'm just going to go to the source, get it right, and deal with it there. So not chickening out. It just seems like the inappropriate place and person to discuss it with. So Fu Manpu, your wife's a bit shaken up, but she's done this before. You have too. I've never given CPR. I don't even know how it works. You have to several times and never had one person come back. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know where you guys are or where this happens, but I hope she's okay. So what are you saying, Sarah? Yeah, I don't know anyone to debate. Like I said, I can agree with people or disagree with people, like I said, and not be obligated, have a duty to have a debate if they disagree. That's just kind of childish to expect that of someone. Again, why would I debate Vegan Gains when it's not his theory? It's Dr. Avi's theory. I'm going to discuss this with Dr. Avi. It just makes so much sense, right? I mean, I'm not sure why I have to obligated to have a debate with like the guy who got it second or third generation down the line. Travis, do I know anything about Hindu philosophy? A little bit. What are you going on there? Logic of truth. Bart K says vegans can't gain muscle without steroid usage. You believe this is true? Logic of truth? Why? Why do you believe that? You say it's impossible for vegans to gain muscle without taking steroids. Why is that true? And what kind of evidence would you need to convince you that that position is wrong? Let us know, and we'll follow up with you in a second. Because I can tell you logic of truth. I've been vegan 11 years. And actually, when I started off vegan, I was actually kind of overweight. I lost the weight, and then I got into like running and cycling, and didn't like work out at the gym, resistance training for years. And since I started resistance training recently, I have way more muscle now than I did before when I was not resistance training. So I've gained muscle as a vegan, and I'm actually bigger and stronger now than I ever have been in my entire life. And I was a non-vegan for like 40 odd years of my life, so I have my personal experience, and I've never taken steroids in my life, by the way, just making that clear. I wouldn't even know how to get steroids. Okay, Peter, yeah, if you can come back, cool. You're always welcome to moderate here, but I know you guys have a life, and this is a special day, Vegan World Day. I didn't announce this one. Did announce that I'd be live streaming tonight. Vegan Christchurch, New Zealand is awesomely vegan now. Wow, I'd love to go to New Zealand sometime. That was for a while kind of on my list of like countries where I want to like retire in. I have this fantasy of leaving the United States and moving somewhere with like a beautiful climate and gorgeous geography, and New Zealand fits all of that. Vegan gays, we are doing well here. Thanks for joining. Okay, logic of truth. It sounds like your name is kind of an oxymoron because you're not speaking truth here and you're not being logical, because you're saying that vegans are, it's impossible. That was your position earlier because Bart K said it, that it's impossible for vegans to put on muscle. And asked why. And here's your reasoning. Because humans are predatory beings. That has nothing to do with anything. Our digestion is better for consuming meat. You said it's impossible, not like, you're just saying it's better than being vegan or something like that. Fiber ferments in the gut. All the plant protein is inferior to animal protein. So nothing you said there. If anything, let's take logic of truth position here. Just take it all away. Let's assume everything he said there to be true. Okay, logic of truth. I'm not even going to disagree with you on this. I'm going to show you how it doesn't make any difference. Nothing he said there doesn't. Nothing follows. I'm sorry. It doesn't follow from that it's impossible for vegans to put on muscle. If anything, the best thing that what he said there, assuming it all to be true, which I have major problems with, let's assume it to be true. The most you can say there is maybe that it's a little more difficult for vegans to put on muscle than meaters. But you didn't prove, as you said, it's impossible for vegans to put on muscles. Would you agree with that? Are you still sticking to your position that it's impossible for vegans to put on muscle? Because that's what you said earlier. If you want, I'll wind the chat back and paste your words exactly, because you've changed it here. It sounds like you're saying it's tougher for vegans to put on muscle. It's a huge difference between difficult and impossible. So let me know what you're saying. Okay, so you have changed it. Bart says it's impossible, Bart, but you don't know if you believe that. Maybe they can, but not as good as meat eaters. Okay, whatevs. I don't know. There's people that know more about the science and biochemistry, like Lane Norton. You could talk to him. I don't know about that. You could talk to James Lightning Wilkes. He'll know more about that. That's not my area of training or expertise or anything like that. All I can tell you is I put on muscle as a vegan. I'm stronger now than I was ever before when I was younger and eating animal products. So Bart's wrong on that. Or else Bart would have to assert that I'm taking steroids, and I'm not. Yeah, Clyde, is this the 70s? Who still believes the silly stereotype that people who don't eat animals can't build muscle? Yeah, use the Google machine to look up like professional football players and basketball players. It's like Bart K thinks he's a better athlete than like say DeAndre Jordan on the Lakers. Is like 7-foot center, incredible like wingspan and vertical ability. They think he's a better athlete than even little Chris Paul, in the NBA. Just to name another guy who eats a completely meat-free diet. He really thinks that these guys are like somehow like inferior to Bart or something. Anyway, let's not even talk about that nonsense. Okay, you also don't agree with Bart said about the vaccine second dose. Yeah, I would not trust the word of any one person, be it me or anyone. Look at what the medical community consensus is before like trusting like one guy on YouTube or whatever. Let's see, Sean has been vegan 20 years and still riding BMX on an expert level. But according to Bart K, Sean, you shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to ride BMX on an expert level. And me, going to the gym, playing basketball at a really high level still, beating most people I play far more than 50%, like, 75%, 90%, somewhere in that range of people that I play one-on-one games, I win. I shouldn't be doing that at 54 years old, 11-year vegan. I should be withered away with no muscle and just no fitness because I'm a, deteriorated vegan, according to guys like Bart. Hey, Bart, if you're watching, Bart, I think you live in New Zealand, don't you? But if you want to play a game of basketball, I mean, I get to pick the sport, right? Because I'm older than you and probably in your mind a lot weaker than you because I'm eating all this inferior plant food and crap like that. So, Bart, since I'm on the edge of dying and muscles decaying and deteriorating, Bart, if you want to play a game of basketball sometime, let's do it, man. We'll try to find a way to make it work. But if you want to play a game of one-on-one basketball against this very old and deteriorated vegan, I should have no chance, right? Because I have no muscles. I'm deteriorated, degenerated. Let's do it. It's Bart Simpson, huh? Me communidad vegana. Just put it out there. Bart thinks I'm so weak and deteriorated. Let's see how. Let's put it all out there on the basketball court. And if he complains, well, I don't play basketball, well, tough shit. I can't help that. That's my sport. That's what I'll play at. If you say it's unfair, well, it shouldn't be unfair if I'm so weak and deteriorated and falling apart and barely alive. You should be able to beat me even if you have very little skill. Gomez, you've been vegan for 57 years in 17 days. Okay, I'm going to ask you, because I've been asking people at random through this live stream, why'd you go vegan? So Gomez, please share with me why did you go vegan 57 years ago? And I want to know how you did it, because there was so little information 57 years ago. I mean, the Vegan Society, was formed in the 1940s, so let me know. How? Please share with us. So that's what we're doing today here. I'm asking people at random. I'll call you out in the chat here and I'll ask you why you went vegan. So we'll wait for Gomez to share with us. Logic of truth. Sustainable vegan shoe brands. Here's what I was wearing for the longest time. I believe they ship to Canada. They're from New York City. A&I brand. Depends what kind of style of shoe you're looking for. Do you want what kind of I lift in these shoes. I used to when I lifted at the gym. Now I lift in my garage with barefoot basically. But let me put the link to A&I brand down here. All their shoes are vegan. If I remember right, very eco-friendly. It's been a while since I looked at their site and web information, but let me put it down there. A&I brand, as nature intended. We used to be a product ambassador, I think they called it, for them a few years back. I have several of their tennis shoes, slip-ons. I even have a pair of their fake leather, like their dress shoes. So I can have some really cool, slick-looking shoes with my suit and stuff, so I look really badass. They're fantastic products. So check them out. They're not a sponsor or anything like that anymore. But I still wear their stuff and highly recommend them. anibrand.com. Again, I'm getting nothing out of this. No, before, if you made a purchase using our code, a part of that, I think $5 would go to Mercy for Animals. That doesn't happen anymore, anything like that. But I'm just proud to share with you that information. More eco-friendly? How do you know it's not eco-friendly? I mean, let's look at the site really quick to see if they mentioned anything about the eco-friendliness, because I said it's been a few years since I looked at their site. I kind of forgot their info over the years. Let's see. Yeah, there's me right there putting some on. See, I'm on their homepage here. There's Angie. There's Brian Turner, a guy who's vegan and has no muscle apparently, according to Bart. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, he just says eco-friendly. He's not going into. They're not going into any great detail right now how they're eco-friendly. Philanthropy. They still work with Mercy for Animals. If you, I wouldn't dismiss them as not being eco-friendly. I would maybe contact them and ask them how they're being. What practices are they using as far as eco-friendliness goes? Because I haven't communicated with them since early 2020. Oh, let's see. Okay, did Herb get back here about who about being vegan for 50 years? Let me see if I missed it or not. Or Gomez. Okay, so Gomez, you started being vegan because of allergies and became an ethical vegan. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I was wondering how people went vegan, like, in the 60s or 50s. It's pretty amazing. Let's see, articulated dreams. There's a line on it that I missed about eco-friendly. Let me know. Just paste it down there. What it said, articulated dreams. What did I miss? If there was something about the A&I brand shoes, eco-friendliness, let me know, because I didn't see it when I just kind of quickly ran through it there. Okay, there it is. That it's eco-friendly, premium vegan leather or 100% organic canvas and recyclable packaging. Thank you there, Articulated Dreams, for catching what I just quickly was browsing there missed. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. So there's a little bit more information about, for you, Logic of Truth, you're really looking for some information about how these shoes are eco-friendly. Okay, so Gomez, you went vegan in the 60s. I think you're going to win not to say we're having a contest here, but you're going to win. Mi comunidad vegana. Curious? Since I'm going to pick you, I'm picking people out at random in the chat here. So why did you go vegan? If you don't mind sharing that with us. Again, if you don't want to, that's totally cool. But if you don't mind sharing with us, what made you go vegan? What happened? What event or events? Just let us know. Because I'm very curious to see why people went vegan. Okay, so Jesse is saying, I didn't even ask Jesse, but thanks for volunteering. You went plant-based first, having found Simnett Nutrition, fellow Canadian, and then broadened your horizons with Hinch Herbivore and Happy Healthy Vegan. Come about 4 years now. Wow, cool, Jesse, I'm glad to hear that. Paul and me and Angie have been helpful in you transitioning from plant-based to vegan. That's really, that means a lot. So thanks for sharing that we were instrumental in that progress, that change for you. That means a lot. Okay, so Piano Monkey, you're not fully vegan, whole food plant-based, but getting there. Me, so you're saying Happy Healthy Vegan, followed by Mike the Vegan, Dr. McDougall and Gregor were your inspirations over the past year to drop the animals, dairy, and even oils to an extent. Awesome, cool. And if you need some help, hopefully, if you want some good whole food plant-based type recipes, have you checked out the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook yet? I can't recommend. Ooh, I stretched hard there. I hurt my leg. Anyway, here, the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook here. Just simple, non-fancy, delicious recipes that we've been eating over the years here. We have the ebook and the print book if you want that. Angie will autograph it for you. And I'll send you the link to our website. It's shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. And I'll be going to the post office in the next few days, so if you want to get one, now's a good time. And I'll sign it too if you want. Just let us know. But yeah, it's Angie's book. She's the author. What'd you send me there, Peter? Report on the new side. We are getting another pandemic worse than COVID. Whoa, what's that? All right, let me copy that. Unfortunately, I can't play any audio right now. I'm having some audio problems today, which happens sometimes. So anyway, I'm going to paste that into a browser tab, and I will watch it. Crud. Let me use another browser. It wants me to sign in. What? Something went wrong. Oh, well, huh. Maybe you can share that with me later, Peter. Maybe you can send it to me on Twitter or Instagram or something like that. I'm having some trouble with that right now. So Peter went vegan after your friend died of a stroke at 38 years old. Wow, you told me about that, about your friend dying of a stroke. I didn't know that that's what was the big event that made you want to go vegan. Wow. Yeah, we had someone on earlier today who said her husband had a heart attack and survived, fortunately. And they both went vegan after that. Testool. Yes, I'm still, most days, I didn't yesterday have any bananas for breakfast, but today after I got back from the gym, about an 8 banana smoothie with some blueberries, some Clean Machine green protein, and some ground flaxseed for breakfast. So, me, community god, vegana, vegan 6 years now. Cool. And if you don't mind sharing, why did you go vegan? What happened? What event? Yeah, just curious. Why'd you go vegan? Oh, cool, Peter. Yeah, send it to my Instagram, my IG, which is Ryan Lum Rocks. If anyone wants to follow me on IG, let's go to my IG page real quick. Whoa, where is it? What the hell? How come things change? Maybe the computer updates did some weird stuff, because I usually keep a browser tab or a bookmark of that. Anyway, if anyone wants to find me on Instagram, here's my Instagram page right here. You can just, it's not like, a big deal, just my personal page. It's not like Happy Healthy Vegan, or I'm not always doing activism on it, even though often I am, just showing all the great delicious vegan food I'm eating and talking about that, or showing my exploits at the gym or basketball or whatever. Anyway, you can follow me. I just put the link down there, Ryan Lum Rocks. I don't post all that often, maybe like in a week's time, like 2-3 posts. I'm not gonna mess up your Instagram experience or anything like that. That's so me, community of vegani. You first went plant-based because I'm working out. You wanted chiseled abs. You're gonna do it just for 2 months. It felt so good, got so many gains. You continued. As you learned more, you became an ethical vegan. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. It's making me think I'm a little hungry right now. I knew I was gonna be hungry because of the gym, and I just only had a smoothie and some peanuts today, so I'm gonna munch on this Nature's Bakery oatmeal crumble bar. It's probably not the healthiest thing in the world. It's not the worst thing in the world, though. Okay, I saw him, community dog. Fu Man Poo, you've been backsliding on vegan? You went vegan a few years back, backsliding for a few months? No, what's going on? How come you're backsliding on vegan? Curious. Logic of truth. Is plant oil a problem or cholesterol? Well, what are you talking about? Are you talking about for like heart disease, arterial health? Because obviously there's no dietary cholesterol in plant foods. However, there are oils, particularly ones that are really high in saturated fat, like coconut oil, which are more effective at raising LDL cholesterol than even dietary cholesterol. From what I understand, again, I'm not a nutritionist, biologist. This stuff I've heard from competent medical doctors. So for me, I try my best to stay away from foods that are high in saturated fat. Coconut oil is the devil, basically. Assume you're talking about heart health. Wow, Peter, that sounds horrible. So you're saying that article you sent me, I'll check it out, that video. China has a multi-level pig farm that could be a super spreader for viruses. It's like 10 stories high. Wow. Yeah, I can see viruses just rapidly mutating in there and amongst all the pigs in the 10 stories. That can't be good for the future of human life, or that just sounds horrible on so many levels. I mean, the 10-story high slaughterhouse pig farm, and then all the animals and viruses in there. Wow. Yeah, I don't know as much about palm oil, because for me, that's usually I'm finding foods that are high in coconut oil that I have to put back. But yeah, I should check out palm oil. I haven't researched too much about its content as well. What's that, community god? Are people who are not vegan allowed to say Happy Vegan Day to you? Yeah, I think so. I think your non-vegan friends, if they want to express like goodwill, to you, that they have nothing against veganism, I think so. I think they can tell you that. It just shows you they're being cool and they're not being anti-vegan. I'll take it. You should take it too. Logic or truth. So you were vegan, you're vegetarian, you've seen too much crap though, and get sick thinking about eating eggs and dairy. I don't know, maybe, there's a lot of vegans that put out a lot of extreme kind of fringe information out there. It's really not that difficult, really. Some people say just eat fruit. Some people say whatever, don't eat cooked food, whatever. I mean, these are just extreme versions of veganism. I'm not sure what you were doing, but it's just whole food plants. I mean, you can have some processed stuff too. I just had that bar, but I mean, just look at here. Let's just start with a few meals here in the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook. I mean, just check this out here. Tuscan kale pilaf. It's, just beans and a mix of rice, like brown and wild rice is my favorite, and some like sun-dried tomatoes, some kale. I mean, just simple foods for our simple tastes, as I like to say. Here, a 3-bean veggie chili. Throw some nice fats from the avocado on top. Delish. What else does Angie have here? She has a southwestern chowder with just whole food plants in it. We skip ahead to some hearty stuff here. Let's see, plantains and black beans. Again, see, just simple foods here. Some rice and beans and some plantains and some kind of like mix of, I think, mango and guacamole dip thing she made there, or whatever it's called. Just simple whole foods. It doesn't have to be complicated. Simple whole foods. And if you're out and about and you have to get some processed food, it's not going to be the end of the world. Yeah, Peter, I know there's even hear non-vegans talking about this, the problem of antibiotics being resistant to things because they're being overused. Antibiotics are being overused in animals so that the germs or viruses, whatever they are, I'm not a medical doctor, are resistant to the antibiotics. So when a human needs antibiotics, they're not going to be as effective or even effective if this continues to go on. So yeah, animal agriculture is putting us on a path of a really dangerous path, and I'm not sure how we're going to get out of that anytime soon. Yeah, Optimus Primal, that sounds good. I wish I had some plantains and beans and avocado right now too. Man, I'd freak out if Angie brought that in here right now. Yeah, good question for Logic of Truth there. How do you fare with protein powder? You might need some depending on your goals if legumes are a no-brainer. Again, I showed you guys what I put in my smoothies every day. I'm not a weightlifter. I'm 6'4.5". I'm long and lean. But I've been putting muscle on with no steroids or anything like that. I'm not a bodybuilder. This is just me, working out in my garage, as I've been doing for the past year or so. I'm not trying to create a big chest. I'm just getting stronger for basketball, particularly for slam dunking. So as you can imagine, having big pecs isn't really going to help one's vertical all that much. But I'm working on the entire body, particularly the posterior chain, the glutes and hamstrings. But anyway, there's that. I'm not like deteriorating away like some of these fools say. But what was I going to do here? I was going to Clean Machine. That's it. Here, get this, the Clean Machine Green Protein. Let me put a link to that. This is what I've been putting in my smoothies to get a little extra amino acids. And again, it's from a plant, a whole food plant. It's not like some weird chemical isolates or anything like that. It's whole food plant. It's called duckweed. It's really not a big scary technological thing. And if you're interested, here is our code. I'm an affiliate of theirs, but they're friends of mine. They're a small vegan-run company. The guy that runs it, Jeff Palmer, is a 30-year vegan. He has plenty of muscle. He's a former natural bodybuilder competitor, and he has lots of bodybuilders that work there and are sponsored and use his products. So here's the code to use. You can save 10%. It's just code HAPPYVEGAN. Elaine, it makes you nauseous, really, huh? That's weird. Have you tried them all? Because not all are the same. This is really just a whole food plant, and it's not really a protein powder, Elaine. This is really, it's a whole food plant. It happens to be of interest to people who are looking for a plant-based protein powder, but it's really a whole food plant that happens to have a decent amount of amino acids and in a profile that's really similar to that of whey protein, but it has a bunch of other nutrients too. I took like omega-3 fatty acids, bioavailable B12. It's just a plant. So You might want to give it a shot if you've never had it, because it's not a protein powder. It's not a bunch of weird chemical isolates. Like I said, just a plant that's ground up. It's high in protein, but it's high in a bunch of other stuff too. Like I said, I came for the protein or amino acids, and I stayed because of all the other stuff in there too. I just love it. So anyway, Kathy, you're from Maine. What is the health benefits of what, Kathy? Let me know what you're talking about, and I'll try my best to answer it. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, but if it's something I can't answer, I will let you know. Marco, do I play basketball on a local team? Oh, no, nothing like that. I don't play any kind of organized basketball. My training consists of, like, in a typical 7-day week, 5 days are here at the house in that home gym that I showed you there, working out. And 2 days a week, I go down to the gym where we have a really nice indoor basketball court, wood floors, where I do some combination of working out on the court, doing drills, and jumping, and often playing games too. So that's kind of my training there. And I kind of gear my training towards slam dunk training and playing one-on-one. So I can play people one-on-one and beat them. That's kind of like my specialty, as opposed to like being on an organized team with 5 guys, playing another 5 guys, which I do sometimes, but not in an organized way. Logic of Truth wants to know what I think about taking a vegan multi. I do take one sometimes, but really this Clean Machine Green Protein, even though it's called green protein, it's a whole food plant. Look at the nutrition breakdown here. Let me go back and see if I can zoom it in, because this is really close to being a multivitamin. They don't make any claims that like it's complete or anything like that. It has every last thing, but look at here. It has in one scoop, it's got like 20 grams of protein, 46% of the daily value of vitamin A, 1,000% of vitamin K, 20% of B12, 23% calcium, 75% iron, 10% phosphorus, 17% magnesium, 15% zinc. So you see my point here. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. So I kind of consider this a vegan multi, but sometimes I'll take my another product. If I feel like I'm a little, like maybe a little run down, like maybe I've been training too hard, because I am old, I'm 54. Sometimes I find myself a little run down if I've been overtraining. And in those cases, where is it here? Let me find my, I lost it. Bummer. I guess it's on, crap. Let me see if I can find it for you really quick. Vegan Essentials Vitamin. Oh, come on, where is it? It's from Healthy Cell. Here it is. Here's one for you, Logic of Truth. Check this one out. This is actually formulated to be a multivitamin. So I'll show you this one too if you're looking forward to it. I've tried their products out for a while. I love them. They're tasty. I actually don't take them every day. I don't feel like I need to, but sometimes I feel like I really want them. My body's saying, yeah, go take your multivitamin there. Bell, can kids have this? Are we talking about the protein powder there, the duckweed? Yeah, totally. It's a whole food plant. Anyone could have this stuff. Yeah. I would just maybe consult a nutritionist, but maybe have a little bit less. If you're looking for the protein, you might not need the full scoop or anything. Maybe half a scoop or something like that. Eleni, yeah, I'm old. I mean, I'm 54. I gotta pace myself. Like like when I'm at the gym competing, my body pretty much does whatever I ask of it. I'm very lucky about that, very blessed. That being said, I sometimes pay the price afterwards. My body says, I gave you what you wanted, Ryan, but now for the rest of the day and the next day, we're gonna like just chill really hard. Sometimes I have to accept that my body wants some extra rest. That doesn't happen all the time, mind you. I don't want people to say Ryan's like run down. No, that happens sometimes. That even happens to athletes in their prime when they overtrain. And I sometimes overtrain because I love to work out. I love to go to the gym. I love to lift. I love to run. I love to do all this stuff. Oh, I'm still there. Okay. Anyway, Oh, I never heard of that, Lane. Longevity. That's a cool name. Yeah, I have to pace myself, Eleni. That's what I just have to pace myself, and I just recognize, sometimes you have to be honest with yourself. If you're like me and really motivated to exercise and play sports, like just ask yourself, am I overtraining? Maybe do I need to take a day off? That's what I did yesterday. For the first time in ages, I took a day off. I didn't do any indoor bike. I didn't play basketball. I didn't go in the garage gym. I just took it easy. Just gave my day an extra day to recover, because the day before I was doing some pretty, for me, intense compound lifts, like deadlifts, which really tax your body. And even today, 2 days after at the gym, I didn't want to play basketball. I was just doing drills and practicing things. I was still tired. My legs were just not wanting to move quickly. So I could still do other stuff, just no explosive work. But it's all good. Do I worry about too much vitamin K if I'm taking this every day? I don't know. Maybe I should. Is there any toxicity effects of too much vitamin K? I should look into that. I haven't really thought about that. So let me have some water right now. Yeah, Testool, is that your name there? Yeah, vitamin B12 and D. Make sure you're getting that, vegans. At least get your blood tested to see how you're doing with those. Yes, Jamie, or Jamie Rochelle, is that pronounced your name? Yes, we do have a vegan day, World Vegan Day. Hell yeah. Hey, Logic of Truth, I'm glad you enjoyed our tips, and tell Bart K if he ever wants to play basketball against a 54-year-old vegan of 11 years, he knows where to find me. I've been doing this for a long time. I haven't heard any nutritionist talking about vitamin K. Okay. Are we having refreshing? I just refreshed my... Did anyone have a buffering right there? As soon as I see the buffering, I just hit refresh in my window just to make sure everything's cool. Let me know if you guys... Okay, don't worry, be happy, saw the buffering. Okay. Okay, I don't know what happens. Hey, Race Lover, happy World Race Lover Day to you, huh? That's what they should have named happy World Vegan Day. They should have named it World Race Lover Vegan Day. So good to see you. I hope you had, I missed you Friday on the last live stream, but we were good. Peter was doing a good job. But yeah, I missed you Friday. I'm glad to see you here today. What did I get you for World Vegan Day, Race Lover? Oh man, I forgot to get you something, which is kind of bad. I feel embarrassed now because you're level 999 vegan, and that's the rule on World Vegan Day. If you know a level 999 vegan, as I do, I know there's one here, Race Lover. That's why he's our moderator. You have to buy them a gift, a vegan related gift, obviously. So I'm bad. But welcome, Race, and I'm going to say I'm probably going to be gone pretty soon. I started this live stream 2 hours ago, 3 p.m. my time here in California, and I'm pretty hungry and tired. I went to the gym for approximately 90 minutes today and burned approximately 410 calories. Usually in that time I could burn 800 to 900, 1,000 calories if I'm playing big games of basketball. I was too tired today. I just did drills and practiced things. So anyway, I'm still pretty tired. Pretty hungry because all I really had today was my smoothie and that little bar right there and a few peanuts. So I'm going to be going pretty soon. Midnight in Ireland. Okay, that's why I came on a little early, to try to get a few of you guys out there in Europe who are rightfully asleep when I normally live stream. So I try to come on once every week or two at an earlier time. So for the late night people in Europe, if you want to, you can watch a live stream. You're right, Race. Yeah, the gift for you doesn't have to be bought. It could be a well-made, thoughtful gift, and I'm really not handy with making things, so it'd probably have to be bought, unfortunately. So anyway, yeah, any guys have any more questions? And it's been really strange, devoid of trolls today. Really weird. I'm kind of shocked that there's so few trolls going on. That came on today. I'm happy. Maybe they're taking the day off. Maybe the trolls are respecting this World Vegan Day. I don't know. But anyway, Let's see, what are you saying there, Mark? The key to youth is human growth hormone, HGH, natural HGH. Studies have shown that exercises that are high intensity, short duration, for 20 minutes, 3 times per week, stimulates natural human growth hormone. Huh, I wonder if my basketball is doing that, when I'm playing games, I'm like just locking down hard on defense and playing hard. I wonder if that's doing it, or when I'm just doing my sprint training. I'm not sprinting for 3 minutes, but I wonder if that's doing it too. And I thought, like, doesn't heavy lifts do that too? Or is that just testosterone? I thought like doing heavy lifts, like deadlifts, helps with, produce that. You guys can let me know. I don't know. I'm not an expert in this stuff, and that's not why I do it. I just wonder if I'm getting these nice side benefits that I'm not even really thinking about. Zoe, do I eat large dinners? Hell yeah, I do. Especially today, hopefully. You said you eat whatever you feel like. No attention paid to counting calories. What's my method? Yeah, I don't count calories. I do like to, just for curiosity's sake, when I'm at the gym, I'll have my watch on and I'll look at how many calories it estimates I burn, because it's measuring my heart rate, my watch, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm kind of curious about that, but I don't count calories at all. I don't know how many calories are in my dinner or anything like that. I just eat till I'm full, and that kind of works out for my lifestyle. I'm not encouraging people to overeat or undereat for that. By that, I'm just saying, I don't count calories. I just have a pretty healthy relationship with food, and I just eat till I'm full, and it seems to work out for me. Is World Vegan Day bigger than Veganuary? It's different. It's just one day, not 1 month. So I guess Veganuary is it's bigger, more commercialized, more organized and focused. Events and things like that. Today's just like World Vegan, Day, basically. I don't know if my watch is lying to me, Race. I just kind of trust the numbers. It seems about right. One reason why I think my watch is right when it calculates the amount of calories burned is I have an indoor bicycle here that also does the same thing. It estimates how many calories burned. Judging by if you have your hands on it, it's measuring your heart rate, and by how much energy you're putting into the wheel, how many watts and stuff like that. And it pretty much correlates. The watch and the bike computer thing there are pretty darn close. So I have a pretty high degree of confidence that my watch isn't lying to me. I'm watching that watch. I get really bummed out when once in a while I'll look, oh man, somehow my watch got paused. I'm in the middle of a workout at the gym. Like, did I hit it when I was playing, or someone hit my wrist? I don't know. But I love to have my watch on. I love working out my watch. Raul, any advice for a first small step into veganism? If you're, I'm not sure where you're at, but if you're just wanting to make that change, my best advice is just do it. Hopefully my motivation, I didn't even talk about why I went vegan. So I'll give you my quick story here, Raul, and maybe some advice that you can extract from it. And I'll give you some direct advice too in a second. But the reason why I went vegan is I just, one day it really dawned on me, like, wow, why are animals being killed for food when you could eat plants? So I tried just eating plants for a few days, and I felt great. It's like, okay, this is crazy. Like, why do people choose to have a lifestyle that necessitates animals being killed every day for you to live? And you don't need to. You can choose life. You can choose a cruelty-free lifestyle that doesn't involve animals dying needlessly for you to eat. So that struck me like a ton of bricks. Like, wow, I don't have to kill animals to live. I just eat plants. And not only just live healthily, be thriving. First steps, have some go-to meals. Stuff you can just eat without really thinking, like, whoa, I'm making some weird meal. It's like, it's like landing in a new city. If you took an airplane flight, it might be weird at first, but you just got, maybe find one place that you go to, like a restaurant or bar, you feel comfortable there. Well, for you, it could be like, say, the Happy Healthy Vegan Cookbook, just simple meals you can make. This has like breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and just, even though there's like, I don't know how many recipes Angie put in there, 40 or 50, but you don't need to know all of them. Just know like 2 or 3, like a good go-to breakfast. For me, I'm boring. I have the same breakfast like 320 days out of the year. It's my smoothie, different configurations of fruit, but it's pretty no-brainer. I don't have to worry or think about that. A few go-to lunches and dinners we have quite often too. Just have some go-to meals. So yeah, you can get a copy of the electronic book. You can get the the ebook if you want an instant download. I'll send you the link right now to our store. It's shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. And yeah, it sounds like I'm plugging our stuff, tooting our own horn. I am, because I actually really, honestly, we eat this stuff all the time. This is like our food diary from the last 3 or 4 years. This is what we do. This is like our personal story here. This is just simple foods. They're not fancy foods to impress your friends and family. Just stuff that you can eat every day. Relatively simple ingredients, limited ingredients list. You don't need a bunch of stuff. Check it out down there. So, any thoughts on van life, Fu Manpu? What do you mean, like living in a van? I'm not sure. I've never done that before. If people do that, it's cool. Cool, Raul. I'm glad you appreciate. Yeah, it doesn't have to be our books, you know. I just think ours are good because I've ate this stuff. I can vouch for them. But yeah, just have go-to meals. Make sure, like, you know, you're not landing on Mars every day. It's gonna be a little weird at first, but just have some go-to breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, and then expand slowly from there. But if you're committed to, you know, not harming animals needlessly every day, just start right now. My only regret in life, I have a couple regrets. My biggest one is that I didn't go vegan any sooner than I did 11 years ago. Thanks, Mark. If I was peddling junk, which we're not, you'd call us out, but our book has good value. I agree with that. Not because it's our book, because I agree. It's good, solid food. Veganism, everything. You got that, Ray? Shouldn't have to retract that. Angie and I have talked how we met before. We just kind of knew each other in circles, in like from music and college radio and stuff related to that. So yeah, that's how we met. Joe, vegan diets lack fat. What are you talking about? And fractures? I'm 54 years old, Joe. First of all, I'm just tell you fractures. I played contact sport, basketball. I got socked in the jaw the other day. You know, I'm fine now, but you know, my dentist saw. I actually, strangely, coincidentally, had a disappointment the next day. I showed her. I told her, I think I got smacked here. She pulled my tongue. Oh yeah, you got a really bad bruise there. You know. But anyway, I fall down all the time. 54 years old. What are you talking about fractures? What do you mean vegan diets have no fat? I mean, all plants have fat. In fact, if you want to have lots of fat, just eat stuff like avocados or nuts and seeds and or fruit like durian or something like that. I mean, what do you mean there's no fat in plants? Are you serious? You mean to really? I can pull some data up here on Chronometer and show you that all plants have fat, and there's no limit to how much fat you can have on a vegan diet. Yeah, vegan diets are typically have less percentage of calories from fat than non-vegan diets do typically. It doesn't mean that vegan diets are devoid of fat or even deficient in the nutrient known as fat. So you're just making stuff up, bro. Avocados are liars, huh? There's no fats in avocados and nuts. They lied to you, race lover. Yeah, these are hilarious comments. Like, can you show me, Joe, if you really think plants have no fat, can you tell me? Okay, so one person, an ex-vegan, I know who you're talking about, her. Vegan. How come veganism destroyed her health? And she wasn't even vegan as long as I've been. Lear, do you know how long Lear Keith was vegan? I thought she was vegetarian. Am I right, guys? I don't even think she was vegan. If so, not that long. I've been vegan 11 years and wrecking their health. Let me give you a link. First of all, let's go to the Happy Healthy Vegan YouTube page, all our videos here, and let me find you the test. I'm sorry, my videos of my blood tests here. Let's see, blood tests, because unlike these anti-vegans or even meat eaters, how many people do you know on YouTube put their blood tests up for all to see? I'm talking about the whole freaking blood test, not just like one number like Dr. Mike gave. I'm showing you the whole enchilada, the whole vegan enchilada here. So I put the link down here for you, Joe. Check out my blood tests. They go back to like 2012 when I was a vegan for 2 years. My most recent blood test was from this year. I'm not deficient in anything. In fact, my doctors give me the clean bill of health. Everything's cool. I'm not diabetic or pre-diabetic like most men in their 50s are. everything is great. My doctors are always amazed when I come in how fit I am, how lean and strong I am. What is the problem? Anyway, but apparently Joe just doesn't like veganism, and no facts will. He'll just throw some anti-vegan who claimed a vegan diet wrecked their health. Well, I'm waiting for mine to get wrecked, Joe. When is my diet going to get wrecked? I've been longer than vegan than your anti-vegan reference there has been vegan. How come it hasn't happened to me? I'm older. I should be effed up. I should be like nearly dead, right? Well, Joe, I mean, again, I'm probably older than you. I'm 54 years old. My blood tests are here for all to see. Let's see yours. Joe Rogan doesn't put his blood tests up there. The one time the carnivore doctor guy did, they were horrible. He had testosterone levels of a 90-year-old woman. Oh, by the way, look at my testosterone on that blood test, Joe. Mine are like 874, something like that. My testosterone is high. It's like high for a guy in his late 20s. I'm 54 years old and I'm walking around without any steroids or testosterone replacement therapy like Joe Rogan gets, who you probably think is a manly man. That guy is a wimp. He has to get testosterone shots in his butt to try to approximate the levels that I get naturally from eating a plant-based diet. And I'm not the one that acts like, oh, I'm a big, toxic, masculine man. Well, I am. But by definition, I'm the one that has the super high testosterone while all these meat eaters are lacking. So just saying, not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying I'm the one that doesn't act like a toxic masculine dude, yet I'm the one with the super high testosterone. So anyway, Timothy, vegan 6 years now, and your doctor also says you're healthy. So there goes Joe. Joe just goes by some hearsay nonsense he heard from someone that has an axe to grind against veganism or makes money saying bad things about veganism, but doesn't want to listen to actual vegans like myself that put their blood tests up, have continuously been putting their blood tests up ever since starting their vegan YouTube channel here in 2013. In fact, I have blood tests that I've shown that from 1999 when I was solidly not vegan and much younger, 20 odd years younger. And I'm healthier now. My blood tests are better now at 50 than they are at 30. So anyway, yeah, Joe, yeah, I'm waiting for my health to fall apart like your anti-vegan friend there. It's not happening. I'm waiting for my health to get wrecked. Mark, I said I'm a big, bad, toxic man. Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking about that because that's, what Joe Rogan tries to act like. And he's the sissy that has to get the testosterone shots, and I don't. So just saying. Oh, so you're insinuating that my blood tests are too good to be true, that I must have photoshopped them. I mean, you can doubt that I'm even a real person. You could just have so much skepticism about everything that I'm just a bot put here by the potato or broccoli industry. No, my blood tests are real. There's nothing photoshopped about them. I mean, how come when a vegan puts their blood tests up, they're photoshopped, but when a non-vegan puts them up, they're to be trusted? Like, do you have any like evidence anywhere suggesting that my blood tests are photoshopped? I mean, if we want, they're in my phone and an app here too, straight from the lab. I mean, and it's in a different format. It's not the same. It's the same values. I mean, even though it's a different kind of report looking format, it's the same exact values. So yeah. Here you go. So that's the only thing that they can say, that I've photoshopped my blood test. I'm lying. They're basically saying I'm lying. Everything I'm saying here is untrue. I'm just making crap up. I'm lying, Right. Oh, because vegan influencers are being funded by special interest organizations. Oh, curiously, what are these special interest organizations? They're not contacting me. Maybe I'm too small time or something like that. But curious, what are these special interest organizations that are funding vegan influencers? And if so, and even if they were, how does that mean that vegan influencers are lying on their blood tests? I mean, how many other vegan influencers put the entirety of their blood tests up on a regular basis like I do? Just kind of curious. Yes, Race Lever, you figured it out. I'm a cyborg sent by the leguminati. You got that right. So that's it, guys. You heard it. My blood tests are fake because they're so good. There's no way a vegan could have great blood tests. There's no way. Like, you have to eat like Joe Rogan, I guess, to have great blood tests, or that vegan carnivore doctor. Oh, I forgot. He had horrible blood tests. But let's see. So Joe is not going to tell us who these special interests are that are funding these vegan influencers. Again, tell us who these vegan influencers are that are getting the special interest funding, and who are these groups that are funding the vegan influencers. I got to email them. Hey, how come you didn't hit me up, guys? Is it big cauliflower or big broccoli? I mean, this is a joke. You're obviously joking, right? You're just trolling us, Joe, right? At the end of the stream here, you're trying to troll us that my blood tests are fake. That's what he's saying. I'm a liar. So basically, my blood tests are a lie. You wouldn't be able to trust anything I've said because, if I'm lying about something as basic as a blood test, I must be lying about everything. That's what Joe's really calling into question. The integrity of anything I do here. It's all a lie. Anyway, Joe's special interests are knitting and bridge club and pretending he's a lion. His special interest is getting like $1 million from like Butcher Box or whatever. I mean, come on. I think Angie's cooking some right now. It's starting to smell pretty good. So yeah, you heard it from Joe here. Joe whatever says that vegans can't have healthy blood tests. It's impossible. And if they do, they have photoshopped their blood tests. Whatever. The thing is about my blood test, if I were to have photoshopped them, I would have made them better because my cholesterol, my LDL cholesterol, is a little bit over the recommended reference range of 100. It's a little bit over that. Why would I have crappy cholesterol if I photoshopped my results? And actually my vitamin D, which is usually in like the low 30s, dropped below 30 this time, I think to 28 or 29, meaning I'm below the reference range. So why would I not have like my vitamin D be where people wouldn't give me shit, I mean, I show everything, the good, the bad, never really ugly, but I just show the entirety of my blood tests. They're not perfect, but my doctors don't look at them, oh my God, Ryan, you're gonna die. No, they say, wow, you're kicking ass, bro. Keep doing. That's what they say. They basically say, whatever you're doing, Ryan, it's working for you. Keep doing it. They have never said, wow, man, you gotta start eating meat, like Joe says here, or you're gonna die. Never heard that one yet. And my doctors are not vegan, by the way. Let's see, Jared, would I rather, let's play this game with you, not work out for a week or spend a day with John Venus? I don't know. That's a good question. I couldn't imagine not working out for a week unless I was really injured or something like that. Hanging out with John Venus? I don't know. I guess I could try. I could try to like pick his brain as to why he's being so stupid about veganism. That would be kind of interesting. You're studying to become a doctor and those blood tests don't look authentic to your eyes. Well, it says right there, LabCorp. I go to the LabCorp here in Long Beach, compare it to any other recent LabCorp blood test and point out the anomalies, because this is what the LabCorp blood test looks like, Joe. So you're studying to become a doctor. They don't look right. No. Have you ever seen a LabCorp blood result from 2021 this year? That's what my test is from. I got it done a few months ago, like 3, 4, 5 months ago. So look at someone else's test from LabCorp from 3, 4 months ago. I downloaded it as a PDF. Maybe it gets formatted differently on Macs or PCs. I don't know, but this is the PDF version of my blood test there from LabCorp compared to anyone else's. They don't look authentic. Like maybe I switched names. Like I found someone else with like similar blood tests and put my name on top of his or hers or something like that. Really. Anyway, he's full of crap. There's nothing disingenuous or false about my blood test. Those are my actual real blood tests. And if you can prove they're fake, I'll give you $1,000. Seriously. I'll give you one of my guitars. I'll give you my Telecaster here. That's worth more than $1,000. I'll give you your choice. Telecaster, $1,000 if you can prove my blood tests are fake. I don't know what you're gonna do because you can't prove it because it's not true. LabCorp has been known to rig results. Yes, for vegans. They knew I was vegan because I didn't tell them I was vegan. So this guy's vegan. Let's give him really good blood results. Like, I mean, they took it sample after sample. Why would they rig mine and leave everyone else's alone? But I mean, I can go to another place. There's also Quest Diagnostics, which I could choose for my blood test as well. Take your pick. It's not there. Here's the thing about my blood tests. You can plot them out on a graph, and I think I have an app here that does that for like my last 2 or 3 blood tests. And what you see in blood tests is a trend. You don't see all of a sudden up, down, up, down. There's like a trend. It shows you that validates the blood test. It shows that the readings over the years are fairly consistent. There's fluctuations, obviously, like the stock market, but you can see trends. They just don't go bam, 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 bam. That would prove your point. If they just went all over the place without any kind of real rhyme or reason, maybe there's something fishy going on. Fishy, is that right? Wrong word for a vegan to say, but my point is that you see the trends of all the readings there. So anyway. Yeah, they're onto us, Race Liver. But yeah, Joe, if you really think you can find that my blood tests are fake, send me your evidence. And if you've shown me beyond any kind of shadow of a doubt to not just like, ooh, look at the zero font that they used here is different than on this. I don't know, whatever. It's something that's beyond a shadow of a doubt. I will give you $1,000. All right. I've never made this offer to anyone, but I'm offering it to Joe right now. If you can prove that my blood tests, any of them, even just one of the tests, not all 7 or 8, just find even one thing on the test. Like say I lied about vitamin D or B12 or protein or whatever, anything, hemoglobin A1C. If I lied about anything, if there's anything inauthentic, the only thing I doctored on the test was I blurred out personal information. Like I think I blurred out doctors' names. I blurred out anything like a medical number or IDs, stuff like that. That's the only thing that was photoshopped. Yes, you're right. I did do some photoshopping, so let's get that qualification out of the way. Besides me blurring or obscuring private information up at the top, not in the blood test readings, but the patient metadata, anything apart from that is all authentic. So anyway, Joe is skeptical because he has a belief in his head that vegans can't be healthy. I offer the evidence of of a history of blood tests going back from really 1999 to my first vegan one in 2012 up to my most recent 2021 vegan blood test. I offer irrefutable history of lab results here, and his only response is, well, they can't possibly be healthy. If they show healthy results, Ryan must be lying. Why? Because it's impossible for vegans to be healthy. It's some kind of circular logic. Ryan can't be healthy because vegans can't be healthy. It's that, despite what the evidence in front of his eyes would say. Yeah, Mark, I admit the results have been altered, but not the results. The patient metadata, private information like sample numbers, any ID number. I didn't want anyone to have any data that they didn't need. All they needed to do was see it was my name, my birth date, which I may have even crossed out too, possibly. You saw my name, my age, and the results for every test in the lab. In the sample, not the whole, I'm saying every B12, vitamin D, so on and so forth. Yeah, Joe, you could Photoshop your lab results. You totally could. I don't. And again, if you find any evidence that shows clearly that Ryan doctored anything on his blood test, besides, like I said, obscuring private information, let me see it. Let me see anything I like maliciously, intentionally changed with the intent to deceive. Like I changed a number on, something like that, rather than like blocking out a ID number. Just show me. I'll give you $1,000. All right, I'll give you $1,000. Yeah, Mark, there we go. Here's what Joe is really asking. Yeah, Mark Tin Man. How are we supposed to know you didn't sneak some meat eater's blood and put it under your skin to get good results? I know, that's pretty much what he's saying. Either I photoshopped the numbers or I borrowed the blood of a meat-eating friend, because meat eaters are automatically healthier, right? They're going to have healthier lab readings because they eat meat, which is silly. Anyway, there is no damned if you do, damned if you don't. I didn't cheat on my blood test. And again, if you can find any evidence I cheated, I'll give you $1,000. All right, Joe, look into it. I give you complete blessing to look at my blood test and find a number that I changed. You know, I raised a number or lowered a number or something like that. That's what we're talking about. Not obscuring like ID and metadata, but actually in the results that I doctored a number anywhere in the numbers that are relevant, you know, not ID numbers. Yep, I borrowed the blood of a meat eater. Maybe he'll find that out somehow. Do some digging and found out that there's meat eater blood in there, in my blood sample. Anyway. Yeah, WW. And he's just using any excuse to keep eating meat. They know it's bad. Otherwise, why would they care about vegans and their blood tests? Yep, I have a meat-eating twin in my place. No other explanation. Other than I photoshopped it. And I don't own Photoshop for that matter. I got my first troll this live stream, Eleni. I've been waiting, huh? And I stole testosterone from a meat eater too. So I did a lot of stuff there, Ray. So I stole blood from a meat eater, put it in my blood. And I also stole the testosterone from a meat eater and put it in my blood. I guess saying Joe Rogan's testosterone is pathetic compared to mine. Just saying. Not saying he's a bad person or anything like that. Just saying he's the big macho man guy, yet he has to get testosterone injections to match mine. And I am. You called it out, Jesse. I'm being funded by Big Vegan Pizza, and they're the ones that are paying me to Photoshop my blood test. So anyway, any real questions before we go? I guess I entertained Joe long enough. I guess he kept me on another 15 minutes. He was so entertaining, calling me out, saying my blood test had been fake. There's no other way to explain how a 54-year-old man who's been vegan for 11 years can have great blood tests. I should be like sick and nearly dead. That's what he's saying. My objective state right now is like sick and nearly dead, yet those blood tests are a lie. Anyway, let's see if any other good questions here before I go, because I am smelling some good food from Angie here. So anyway, today is World Vegan Day, as the title of this live stream says. And, you know, we're talking about why we went vegan. And, yeah, Fourth Horseman, the pizza place here, is paying for my vegan blood test, even though they're not a vegan restaurant, but they have really good vegan pizza. But yeah, reason why I went vegan is not for health. I didn't give a crap about health when I went vegan. I really didn't care. I didn't go for the environment. I cared about the environment, but I didn't think there was any connection, or not much of a connection between veganism and the environment. I went because I found this concept just resonated through my entire soul that, wow, animals don't need to die in order for me to live. I thought they had to, because my parents, would just put meat on the plate and cheese. You just think that's how it is. Animals need to die in order for us to live. We're just kind of implicitly taught that, or socialized that concept. And I quickly, not quickly, but when I was a young adult, late, little bit past teenager, I realized, wait, why am I eating this crap for? There's vegetarians, and I started learning about it more. Like, you don't have to have animal products. You don't need to eat meat in order to live. Animals don't need to die. Animals don't need to die in order for you to live. And once I put that together, I tried going vegetarian. This was in 1991 or something like that. No, probably in the late 80s, actually. Didn't work out. I was living at home. Fast forward later on, I met Angie, who's been a vegetarian since the 80s. I started cutting most animal products out. Finally, in 2010, I said, screw all animal products. Eating animal products sucks. Eating meat is weird and effed up. I don't want to participate in any industry, any exploitation of animals. They don't need to die in order for me to live. I love animals. I freaking love animals. Why would I want a cow or a pig to die so I could keep on living? I could just eat plants and be extremely healthy and produce great blood tests, despite what our troll friend here is saying. So that's why I went vegan. So animals don't need to die in order for me to live. Simple as that. So that's it. That's my vegan story. Mukbang 24-hour live stream extravaganza. That would be fun, but I didn't prepare for that. I would need some more food, some more guests, make sure the audio is working right because it's not working right tonight. So anyway, I was about to wrap it up.
Oh, wow.
Wow, look at my talented wife brought me here. Holy crap, guys. Look at this. Here, this is food. Look at this. Ooh, it smells so good. The curry sauce.
Yeah, it's a Japanese curry.
I remember this. We had this a couple weeks ago.
So good.
Potatoes,
carrots.
Potatoes, carrots, bell peppers, some peas. What kind of? Oh, those are peas. Yeah, not beans, huh? Yeah. And white rice, jasmine rice, because this is an Asian dish. Look at this. It smells heavenly. Yeah. I should come join you. I've been on for
If you want to eat some with the fans,
I'll take a couple bites with the viewers, and then I'll come join my lovely, talented wife.
You're a really hungry wife. I'm starving.
Oh, man. Doesn't suck being vegan, guys. Man, it's so good. I knew I was smelling some stuff out there. Oh, yeah. Come to daddy. Yep, sucks being vegan, guys. You know, eating tofu and bird seed all day. You know, starving and using willpower to resist eating meat. That's what a lot of anti-vegans or non-vegans think, that we have this really strong willpower. Like, you know, we would eat meat if we could, but we are using willpower to stay away. No, just this will get you full. You'll feel great. Oh, there's some little apple bits in here too. I don't think she mentioned that. Wow, this is a really cool dish. I'm lucky. I'm sitting here doing a live stream and Angie's cooking up this fantastic meal. Joe keeps entertaining us, huh? I know what you vegans are up to, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. When I am done, my training will be ending the vegan ideology. Well, here, I'll show you the vegan ideology, bro. There is no ideology other than this. Just quickly before I go, look at the definition of veganism, not my blood tests, which are supposedly fake. Definition of vegan. Here's it. It's a way of living which doesn't exploit animals. It's a way, it's just being against exploitation and cruelty to animals. That's not an ideology. That is a moral stance. It's like saying, Joe, are you against like raping humans? Like, you know, like forcibly raping a human being? It's, yeah, you're against that, probably, unless you're completely, you know, whatever. Anyway, same thing with vegans. We're against exploiting and cruelty to animals. You know, that's it. It's not an ideology. It's something morally. You're either for it or against it. Are you pro-raping humans or not? No, you're against it. Are you pro-exploiting animals and cruelty to animals? No, we're against it. There's no ideology. It's just a moral stance. You're either with it or not. That's it. But, yeah, I think Joe is just joking, though, huh? Race, I believe I've been trolled here, huh? Oh God, humanely hunting. Yeah, I'm sure the animal loves to give his life for you, Joe. I'm sure the animal, when he sees you, hey, that Joe guy, he's really cool. He's so cool that I want to end my life. I don't want to do all the things I've been doing, deal with my family and my kids and my mom. I'm just going to go let Joe hunt me so he can eat me, because that's going to be so awesome. I want to be digested through Joe's digestive tract and get pooped out, because that's going to be so awesome. No animal wants you to eat them, Joe. But here, no one had to get harmed. Look, this potato didn't have a mother, didn't have a kid, has no face, has no central nervous system, no pain receptors. There's no such thing as humanely killing. If so, we could humanely kill Joe, right? Because if that's what it makes it sound like, humanely kill means like some kind of morally justified killing, you know, that makes it cool. Totally fine. 100% cool. So get over it, Joe. No animal wants to die for you. No living being wants to end its life so some guy can eat it. That's ridiculous. It doesn't want to die for you. You don't know that. If you think it does, you're just using some diluted way of thinking to justify a horrible, immoral action. The animal doesn't want to die for you. We just keep living. Jesse, you just ordered a vegan pizza and it came with a carnivore blood test in the box. So you're cool. Just put the carnivore blood in your skin tomorrow and go get the blood test. You'll be cool. Yeah, I heard this argument. Oh, so instead of letting the wolves eat it, who knows? You're assuming the wolves are going to eat the deer like the next day. For all you know, the deer is going to live like another 5 or 10 years. Who are you to be God to decide when the deer should die? You don't have that right to decide life. You're not a God panel or a death panel who proclaims who shall die and when. What kind of bullshit is that? Who gives you the moral authority, any kind of justification for determining who lives and who dies and when? Like I said, for all you know, that deer that you saw could have lived a perfectly great life, could be pregnant, who are you to end its life? What gives you the justification? You don't. You just said humanely killed. No animal wants to die, so Joe can eat it. If you believe so, you're extremely deluded. Yeah, like every deer gets eaten by wolves. Like I said, you have no idea when the deer's natural life would end. It could end the next day, for all you know. For all you know, it could live another 5, 10 years. You don't know that. You can't play God. And if you do, if you think you can play God, you are extremely deluded. I just laugh when I hear hunter people try to use that justification. Joe Rogan has said it. Like, you don't know when it's going to get eaten by a wolf or if it would get eaten by a wolf. You don't know that. Could get hit by a truck in a year. You don't know. You don't know. But it will live. Here's the bottom line. What will live longer? The deer that's going to get shot by Joe right now or the deer that's going to die sometime in the future? It could be the next day. It could be the next year. It could be the next decade. All we know is he's decided right now he's going to end its life because he thinks he's God. That comment is fine, Ilani. I'll let that go. So I see you guys are getting a good response. I think he's just trying to get us riled up here. This he's doing it for the best interest of the deer. Hey, Race, if you want to block Joe, you're more than welcome to. I'm busy eating my cruelty food right now. Think about it. No animals needed to die in order for me to eat this meal and get proper nutrients and kick ass in life. Joe, on the other hand, thinks he needs to prematurely end the life of an innocent animal. There's done nothing wrong to him, and do it in the name of oh, but the wolf's going to eat it sometime. You don't know that. You're playing God, Joe. Joe does it for the deer. He kills the deer because he's protecting it from the wolves. Well, who's protecting the deer from Joe, who's ending his life right then and there? Yeah, so noble, huh, pal? Yeah, he thinks he's a lion, huh? I guess that's what lions do, like cull a herd or something like that. That's what Joe here is doing. He's doing the job of a lion. It's so good. And you know what, Joe? No animals needed to die. Why? The thing is, why do you need to kill animals for? I mean, you don't. Why do you need to kill animals? Because you love them so much, you don't want them to get eaten by a wolf? But who's to say it's going to get eaten by a wolf? To me, that's just a BS excuse. No animals need to die here. None. We're just eating food. Here's a potato. No mother. No father. But some people intentionally choose death at every meal. Some people intentionally choose cruelty, exploitation at every meal. To me, that's like psychotic or sociopathic. If you could choose not death, not cruelty, not exploiting every day at every meal, why not choose that? Assuming it produces, assuming you're not going to get sick and become deficient and crap like that, which you're not. I mean, why would you choose animals to die every day? It means to me that you hate animals. But he says he loves them. He wants to protect them from the wolves. Chickpeas and broccoli. Sounds good, Macy. What's that, pal? Does he hunt those deer with his bare hands? No, he said he uses a crossbow. Yeah, he couldn't catch a deer. Every bite I take here, cruelty-free. Just had a bite of apple right there. No cruelty. No death. Just simple plants here. Oh, Angie made this dish. Some kind of Japanese curry. It's got potatoes, curry, and carrots, and peas, some apple, some jasmine rice. It's hitting the spot right now on World Vegan Day. No animals need to be harmed or exploited. But I have a guy in the chat here saying he humanely shoots the deer because he's so concerned about their welfare that he doesn't want the mean, bad coyotes or wolves to get them. Bullshit. You're not doing it for their best interest. You're doing it because you are totally morally fine with inflicting harm on animals. Totally cool for you. You have no quandaries about that. Hey, Dick Drummer. Yeah, vegetables have flavor. Meat only becomes flavorful once you season them with plants. World Vegan Day, baby. You got it, Tin Man. Ooh, I think I have a little bite of apple here. This is so creative dish. I love it. You know, potatoes, curry, and apple. Who would think that works? Yeah, Race, give him $5 there. Totally. Fu Man Poo, Taco Bell humanely kills your colon. Yeah, good point there, Testool. He's not saving anyone from anything. He's just using that as some kind of bullshit justification to make it seem like he's doing a service to the animals. When all you're doing is just killing an animal instantly, I would probably live a lot longer if Joe didn't F with it. I was thinking about eating at the table, but we had to finish our little conversation off here with Joe, who thought he was being such a humane and ethical human by killing an innocent animal right on the spot rather than let it live out the rest of the course of its natural life, just in case a wolf would eat it possibly sometime later on down the road. He just wants to kill it now before a wolf could even look at it. It's scary that people think like that, using these bullshit, non-valid justifications in their mind to commit obviously immoral acts that are needless. Yeah, I think we scared them away, huh? Probably thinks we're all crazy now. Like, wow, this guy with fake blood tests is eating all his plants. How crazy, you know? Yep, Darlene. Hey, how's it going? Yep, as I said, yeah, we should not be choosing murder and death at every meal. You choose non-murder, non-death, cruelty-free. Plants here. Nothing here had a mother or a face, has an central nervous system. No cruelty here. Fu Manpu. That's really what the hunter guy Joe was talking about. No, we're not going to go hunting with you. It's not a spiritual movement. Going out into nature and hunting an animal who is A, innocent, done nothing wrong, B, does not want his life to end, despite you wanting to accelerate the end of his life by some justification. Oh, what if he gets eaten by a wolf? Well, he's not going to get eaten right now by a wolf. The biggest danger is some non-compassionate people that think they're doing a great service to the deer or whatever by killing it. I mean, don't do me any favors. If you think that's a favor to a creature by ending its life when it doesn't want to die, you have a weird way of thinking about things. Hey, Uncle Walt, what's up? Yeah, vegan A's. Vegan men are sexy. I agree with you there. All right, Joe, you're gone, bro. All right. That's it, Joe. Thanks for playing. Joe just keeps giving different rationalizations for murder, for killing innocent animals. He gave so many reasons. It's humane. It stops the wolves from getting them. Whatever. The bottom line is you're killing an animal that doesn't want to die. If you can do that so easily with an animal, what's stopping you from killing a human? Well, he could rationalize the same thing. Well, the human's just going to get old and weak. Like Ryan's 54, me. I'm just going to get old and die pretty soon, right? So why don't we just kill Ryan right now? Because he's already old. It's the same kind of reasoning. The coyotes or wolves are going to get me anyway. So let's take Ryan's life away. The same kind of logic. They really think in their mind that they're doing some kind of good by taking someone's life who doesn't want their life taken away. How is that good? Someone explain to me. If someone wants to live, and you decide, and as a death panel of one, that person or thing shouldn't live, how is that creating good? All I see is evil. I see immoral action. Seriously, what's the moral barrier separating that justification for killing a deer from killing a human? I really don't see one. If they can rationalize that in some way that they're achieving a greater good by shooting the deer, why can't you shoot a human if you're creating a greater good? Yeah, misguided and delusional thinking. Oh, I put him in timeout, logic of truth. He was just saying something about vegan men would salivate if they could come and shoot a deer and see all this gross shit. So he was going on for 20 minutes. We gave him a really long leash, and he just went too far. Is this meal in the cookbook, in the Happy Healthy Vegan cookbook? I think it is. Can anyone vouch for me if the Japanese curry dish is in there? If not, it's going to be in the next cookbook, because this is kind of a newer thing. I don't remember her making this over the past, 3-4 years. A serial killer spelled with a C. I agree with you. Hardly Tin Man. Vegan choice is the most manly choice of all. Oh, logic of truth. What is the point though? That he's doing a service to animals. He's helping them out so he can end their life now so they don't die some at unspecified point in the future by a potential wolf attack. What's the point? Because I didn't see it. Please explain the point he made there. That was so like hit you so well. How taking his life now is somehow great because it might get eaten by a wolf in the future, like 5 years down the road. Who knows? Who gives him the right to play God? And why can't he do that for a human? Like, oh, a human is sick. It's gonna die anyway. I'm just gonna shoot it, put it out of its misery. I don't see the difference. And plus, I thought you were gone. What's your name? Logic of Truth. I thought you said goodbye to us. What brings you back? Are you friends with that guy, Joe, that we just banned or put in timeout? Yeah, guys, I finished it up. People wonder how vegans can get full. Eat a lot of food, that's how. A lot of people say I went vegan and I was hungry. And if you look at the photo of what they ate, I can see why. Because you need enough food. Just eat more food. Eat till you're full. Logic of truth. So you're saying if you can kill a person with one shot, it's justified? Because that's what you're saying there. Like, first of all, the animal doesn't want to die. So I think it's irrelevant if it dies in one shot or two shots, because I don't want to die. So if someone shoots me in one shot, they can say, it was cool. Ryan was old. He was going to die anyway, and I took him out with one shot. That way he doesn't have to suffer the horrors of getting old and maybe getting eaten by a wolf when he goes out in nature or something like that. Like, who are you to decide at that moment in time any creature hits its life, his or her life needs to end right then and there? What gives you any justification, the right to end a creature's life? You don't have the right to do that? You think you're God? Oh, I'm just going to help it out. I mean, these are just stupid rationalizations that people make in order to justify and obviously a moral action. The deers don't want to die for humans. They don't see, hey, there's Joe, man. Kill me, bro, because you're so rad. You're so bitching, man. I want to be digested by you. It'd be an honor. No, it's not like that at all. Animals want to live. Humans want to live. So what's the difference? If it's morally right to shoot a deer based on some weird logic that you're helping it, can't you use that logic to humans too? Yeah, we can humanize animals. Yes, we can totally humanize animals. What is really different about animals than humans? They're sentient beings. They have eyes, they have ears, they have brains, they have central nervous systems. They can feel pain. They can experience emotions. I mean, yeah, they don't have the same kind of intelligence we have, but still, they still have central nervous systems. My point is, it's not like a potato doesn't have a central nervous system. You know, it's not like an apple doesn't have a central nervous system. It doesn't have a mother, but plants have mothers, faces, brains, central nervous systems. They can feel pain. You know, they can feel horror. I mean, so, yeah, why is it not valid to compare sentient being, intelligent sentient being to another intelligent sentient being? Are you saying they just don't have the same rights as humans? Well, he said he had the right to kill the deer because it was, going to get eaten by a wolf. Well, can I do that for a human? No, a human's going to die anyway. Like, my grandpa is really old. He's going to die soon. He's sick anyway. He has a walker, oxygen machine. I'll just shoot him. It'll be good for him. You know, I'm not going to ask him. I'm just going to assume I'm doing the right thing because it's for the greater good. That's the reasoning. That's the exact same reasoning. Yeah, Sarah. Animals can and do suffer and want to live. No different from humans. No animal wants to die, just like no human really wants to die unless they're at the end of their life or something like that. In any normal circumstance, animals, humans, they don't want to die. Yeah, it matters about essential nervous system because you're killing. You said, why can't we compare animals to humans? I said, you can. They're pretty much exactly like us. They're not like an apple or a potato. They have brains, they have eyes, they can feel pain, they have central nervous system. So if you're saying a one shot kill justifies killing an animal, why not humans? If I say I took out grandpa with one shot, so what's the problem, brah? He's not in pain anymore. He's not going to get eaten by the wolves next time he goes out in the woods. One shot doesn't justify it. Where does it say if you kill a person or an animal with one shot, it's cool, totally cool, everything's rad? You're making that up. A good point, Race Lover. Nothing is perfect in this imperfect world. There's no such thing as perfection. Yeah, in the food I got here, maybe the truck driver for the potato truck ran over a bug or a rodent. Who knows? I have no idea. But I know animals were being exploited and slaughtered to get my potatoes to me. Yeah, Jacqueline, pigs are very intelligent creatures, and yeah, comparable to that of a 3-year-old human child, Jacqueline. Thanks for pointing that out. So if it's cool to kill a pig, by that same logic, it's cool to kill a 3-year-old child, right? It is needless, logic or truth. Who cares what the human brain developed off of? I mean, that's a bullshit argument. I've seen studies that show the human brain's sudden expansion of intelligence was due to finding a pretty much unlimited source of carbohydrates. But all that's irrelevant. The thing is, you don't need to kill a deer in order to have an intelligent brain. See what my point is? Or else I would be really stupid right now. I haven't had a lick of meat in 11 years. So who cares what happened a million years ago in evolution, or may have not happened? It's still subject to debate. All we know is right now, you don't need to eat a deer to have an intelligent human brain, to have a properly functioning and healthy human brain. In fact, human brains are powered by like omega-3 fatty acids, glucose. You can get all that just fine as a vegan. So please tell me why that human brain argument applies to the one-shot kill. They're completely irrelevant. You're just going off on these weird tangents that don't relate. Yeah, Race Lover, that assumes these perfect one-shot hunters never miss, right? They just never miss. They're so skilled, like they're Olympian hunter shooters. Like their aim is perfect, they never miss, right? I agree with you, Race. That's just a fantasy. They're trying to paint this perfect fantasy scenario that doesn't exist in reality. Yep, test tool. Even if complete nutrition was what caused brains to grow in the past, it shouldn't matter where the nutrients come from now. I'm with you, Erica. Animals are like humans. They live, they feel pain, they don't want to die, they don't deserve to die. When some hunter says, hey, I'm going to play God and say, you know what, that deer there, it needs to go. Its life needs to end right now. I don't care what it thinks, but I think my selfish needs want to hunt it. Bullshit. Logically, I don't care about Cameron Haynes. I'm just saying there's no point. Just because, in theory, some guys might be able to kill an animal with one shot of the bow, how does that justify taking the life of a sentient being that has a mother, has a face, has a central nervous system, doesn't want to die, doesn't deserve to die, wasn't put on this planet so a hunter can put on a bow into its brain or whatever. Just because you shoot it with one shot doesn't justify killing it. Why? What gives you the moral authority to play God and say, this sentient being's life shall end right now? I mean, like I said, if you grant that you have that, what's stopping a human from saying, hey, Joe, now, I'm not making any direct threat. I'm just using a hypothetical example. Hey, I think Joe would be better off if I did one shot to the head or wherever you shoot at, because, he's not doing so good anymore. He's kind of getting up there and kind of getting weak. I think if we just take Joe out with one shot, it'll be for the greater good. It'll satisfy my need to practice my bow hunting, and we could sell his body to science maybe. It'd be good. A lot of people would probably want to get his organs. It would be a good thing, right? But we're not going to ask Joe about it. We're not going to ask Joe what he thinks about his life being cut short, unbeknownst to him, so his organs could be harvested and sold to science and transplant victims. I mean, right? I mean, it sounds like a great thing, don't you think, Joe? You're killing Joe would actually help many people, help people in science classes, help people awaiting organs. Killing one guy could benefit like 10 people's lives. What do you think? So it's Joe saying it's justified because we've always shot creatures in the head with a bow with one shot. That justifies it. Well, we've always had slavery up until pretty much recently. We've always had rape. I mean, just because something has always been done, that is not moral justification that to make it right. Just because something is or has been doesn't mean it ought to be. Do you understand the distinction? Just because in certain cultures they might throw virgins into a volcano, have been doing it for hundreds or thousands of years. So it's always been done. So we have the moral right to throw virgins into volcanoes because that's what we've been doing. That's what you're saying. If something has been done in the past for a sufficient amount of time, I don't know what this time frame is, that gives us the moral right to continue the immoral act into the present. That's what Joe is saying. Yep, we've always murdered each other, Mika. There's always been murder, so murder's fine. Let's just take it off the books. We can't eliminate murder, right? That's what he's saying. It's like an appeal to futility fallacy. We can't eliminate human murder, so why even bother? Let's just murder. Murder's fine. Nope, totally wrong again. We don't need to eat animals for healthy soil. Wrong. There's veganic farming. People farm with like kelp, and you don't need to put manure to have healthy soil. In fact, most agribusiness doesn't even farm much in soil. It's done in a chemical mixture, like the Monsanto model is you're using chemicals to fertilize, chemicals to kill weeds, chemicals to kill pests. It's a chemical model of farming. The quality of the soil is pretty much irrelevant. The soil is just kind of there. The plants aren't really getting nutrition from the soil. I don't promote that, but I'm saying that's how tons of plants are growing in the world to this day. So even in that big agribusiness model, you don't really need great soil. So anyway, nothing's going to change these guys' minds. So what should we do? Should we put them in timeout so we can not have to deal with them? But thanks for playing Logic of Truth. We don't need to eat animals. See, you're just making justifications to perpetuate an immoral action. First, you're just going all over. See what you're doing? You're doing what people do all the time. I haven't done this yet today. You're coming, you're pooping, you're picking it up and throwing the wall and seeing what sticks. You said, okay, it's always been done. And then now you're saying we need it for soil. You're not sticking to any one thing. You're just picking up poop, throwing it on the wall, and seeing what sticks. That's all you're doing. Then you're gonna throw something else. It's a one-shot thing. Okay, and it's humane. You throw that on the wall. It's how it's always been done. Our brains and history and our ancestors and now soil. You're just throwing poop on the wall. And none of these poops on the wall, what you're saying in these poops, offers any valid moral justification for needlessly ending the life of a sentient being who has no desire to have his life ended so that you can hunt and eat it. Yeah, it's troll poop, Uncle Walt. You're seeing it happen again. You see this all the time, They come, they poop, they throw it on the wall, see what sticks, doesn't stick, let's try another poop. Let's fire another poop onto the wall of the chat here. All right, Logic of Truth. Before I send you off into the night here, a vegan diet is less than adequate. Well, I put my blood tests up there. Are you the guy though that says they're fake? Anyway, no, I think it was the other guy we sent off. Did you see my blood test playlist? I am far from nutritionally deficient. But do you have any proof that vegan diets are deficient? Because if you look at the position of the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics, and actually let's take a look at their the PDF here. Where is that? Damn, did I lose that? Anyway, this is the abstract, but trust me, I'm missing it right now. This is after reviewing the scientific literature. There's about 100 references in their references section, reviewing like peer-reviewed studies, governmental reports. My point is here, after reviewing the scientific literature, rather than just poop into their hand and throw it on the wall, they conclude that vegan diets what did he say are nutritionally insufficient? Here, they are healthful and nutritionally adequate. Didn't say you'll be deficient and unhealthy. It says the opposite. Adequate nutrition and healthful. And again, this is not from sitting in an armchair and philosophizing. It's from reviewing the relevant scientific literature. So that's it. We're not going to talk to you anymore. Logic of truth. Justifying killing things and saying vegan diets are nutritionally inadequate when there's no evidence to prove that. I mean, yeah, there's some vegans that do stupid crap and eat really poor diets and they get sick, and anti-vegans love to use that because, they need something, but these people were just eating crap and they knew it. Like, meat eaters can eat crap too. You can just eat at McDonald's every day. That's what I'm saying. It's not like, specific to vegans. You could be a meat eater and have a really poor diet. You like the poop analogy? Because that's what happens here, pal. The trolls love to come. The poop in their hand. Oh, let's say the ancestor's brain. Oh, that didn't work. Ooh, let's say nutritionally inadequate. Just keep throwing poop on the wall. And one poop after another, they don't stick. Yeah, what does Joe have? I kind of missed the whole the Joe thing. I assume you're messing around there. Wheelie watermelons and cucumbers are dangerous to our democracy. So anyway, I don't know if we're talking about Joe Rogan or someone or something else, but that was interesting. And Race Lever would be happy. I was on for over 3 hours a day, Race. I know you came in only during the last hour, but this was a 3-hour, 12-minute live stream at this point. So I did it. I'm a real vegan, because Race Lever always says real vegans do 3-hour live streams. But I should get going, though. Even though Angie fed me, I need to move on to the next phase of my day here. And yeah, I just wanted to come on and celebrate Happy World Vegan Day with everyone, because it's a big day, celebrating 50 plus years, like 70 years of a definition of veganism. So it's a big deal. I went straight real vegan today. I'm always a real vegan, man. I just can't always do a 3-hour live stream. Yeah, Uncle Walt, we watched a concert here, a live stream last night. Just chilled out, turned the lights off so the kids didn't come to the front door. So we just took it easy here. And yeah, no kids knocked. So I guess our cue worked. So anyway, yeah, I think I have no announcements. I just talked to you guys on Friday. Let's see. I'm not sure what my next video is going to be. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. You can always contact us off our website, or you can get me on Twitter. Let me give you guys my Twitter. I showed you my Instagram earlier, and here is my Twitter. So if you have any ideas for me, that would be greatly appreciated. You guys kind of gave me an idea last time in the live stream, and some of you guys thought I was maybe a millionaire or something like that. So maybe I'll talk about if I'm a YouTube millionaire or something like that. Because online it says I could be a millionaire. So maybe I'll just talk about that. Kind of silly and ridiculous, but why not? Uncle Walt. Saturday we watched BTS. Last night we watched John Mayer and the Grateful Dead, Dead and Company, live at the Hollywood Bowl. Yeah, we didn't go. We're tired of going to these crazy concerts that are just really just big and a pain in the ass to get to. Just watch it from our couch here. So anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us all here on Happy, what is it called? World Vegan Day. I almost called it Happy World Vegan Day, but it is a happy day. Anyway, guys, yeah, I think yeah, I'll try to work on a new vid tomorrow. I'm going to try to work on some more music tonight, closing in on a new Love Spirals EP. I don't know if we'll get it out in time for the holidays, but we're going to just keep working on it and get it out at our rate, probably early next year. Yeah, this isn't Friday, so be prepared. You won't see any more live streams from me this week. So this is it. I got stuff going on the rest of the week. So we'll be back. I'll be back here Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This Friday is my normal live stream time. So please join us A San Diego vegan trip, Roger. I really want to do that too. Yeah, I still want to go down to San Diego. I've been meaning to go all year and haven't done it, but maybe we'll go next week. We'll see. Sometime before Thanksgiving would be ideal, before like traffic and travel get really crazy. All right, guys, so thanks for supporting us. Thanks for watching us. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks, Uncle Walt and Race and Peter for all helping out today with the troll duty. Appreciate it all, guys, and appreciate everyone watching and supporting us. And all right, we'll see you soon. Peace out. Happy World Vegan Day. Wait, wrong button.